Good afternoon, folks. My name is Elizabeth, and we are here to bring you the next installment of Community Theater from Dice Priori. This week, we have these four lovely, lovely individuals that have joined us for Summit of Kings, the battle for the Supreme Jalen. Now, Summit of Kings comes from the Swordsfall universe in Tycor that you can go see and look at. Please go buy their books. This stuff has all been this amazing high quality content. I will give some notes here at the end of this, but let's let our players introduce themselves, and then we'll give an opportunity to introduce your characters in game. So on yourselves, who would like to go first?
Sure, I'll step in. Hey, I'm Jay. You can find me over at twitch.tv/midnightjester8. And today I'm going to be playing the character of MC Fire. I've chosen to think of them as like kind of a social media hype man for a fast food company who's not really here to win it so much as represent the brand as well as possible. And so they work for a place called, I was looking into the universe, apparently there was a goddess who was assassinated called Mime? I'm not sure how it's pronounced, but there's a place called Mime's Cuts. So this is hence MC Fire. So yeah, that's what he's going to be all about.
Nice.
All right, I'll go. Hey, I'm Noir Enigma. You can find me everywhere as Noir Enigma. Today, I am playing the Jalen, a Crim Hollis. See, I imagine him to be more of the conscious, activist type MCs in the world. This is his first time coming to the Summit of Kings. He has refused to do so for some time because he wanted to make sure that his skills were where they needed to be before he entered these hollowed halls. So now he feels that he's got that fire and he's about to spit. So that is a Crim Hollis. I'm Noir. Take it away. Next person.
I
don't want to go last, so I'll jump in then.
There we go.
Jeff, you can find me on Twitter and around a bunch of Discords as Cold Brew Crit, formerly Gyrus Tack, but nobody could pronounce that right, so I just changed it back in February. Yeah, I am playing Roga today. He is also at the Summit of Kings for the first time. He's just a pretty kind of young dude who truly believes he is the very, very best.
Like no one ever was.
The bars start early.
If the Pokemon theme counts, I could definitely wrap that up.
I think that leaves it to me. Hey, I'm Eli. You can find me at _reliable1 on Twitter. I use he, they pronouns, and today, I will be playing Jarrett Fell. He uses he, him pronouns, and I picture him as this young kid who like doesn't think that he's great at what he's doing, but somehow got invited to this thing and is still like thinking that it's a fluke like the whole time. So you'll probably see a lot of that out of him today. Well, what's time, guys?
Time is meaningless. It really is. So important things. Thank you guys for introducing yourselves and your characters. So important things for this stream. You see these, hopefully I'm pointing the right direction here. I'll find out in a second. You see these wonderful bars over to our, nope, I was pointing the wrong direction. Over there. To my left, on your right side of the screen, that say bits for Asada's daughters and donations for Asada's daughters. So they are, let me read their words, is a Black women-led young person-directed organization rooted in the Black radical tradition. They organize young Black people in Chicago by providing them with political education, leadership development, mentorship, and revolutionary services. Through our programs, they aim to deepen, escalate, and sustain the movement for Black liberation. Now, they have an amazing history in the years that they've been here in Chicago. They are doing good work right now, but they sustain that work year round. So go donate to them. They're supporting the Black Lives Matter movement, as do we. If you have any questions about how you can help, because not everyone has a dime, a dollar to donate, go ahead and make sure that you, oh, someone already caught me. And go look at that, the Black Lives Matter list of things that you can do that require no money. And we know that not everyone can go out and support the protests in person. So that has some extra things that you can do to support. So please do. Black Lives Matter. And we are here to support that. On a more fun note, now that you're here for the charity, you can also win a copy of this particular one-shot from Swordsfall, from their website. If we fill up that donation bar, there could be more than just the one-shot. So go help. But it's open to everyone. It just !Jalen gets you into the giveaway that we will give away here at the end of the stream. Other than that, now that I know which way to point, all of the other things that our channel is doing here throughout the next couple of weeks is all in this little promotion box. Please take a look at it as it flips through. Otherwise, you can always find me here at Dice Priority. I live here, I breathe here, I sleep here, and I'm always here. So with that, is there anything else before we go ahead and begin? No, I don't think so.
I think you got it.
Okay, I think that's everything. So we are here for Swordsfall Summit of Kings. Once a year, there is a special one-of-a-kind tournament held on the beautiful coast of the Isle, the Summit of Kings. A yearly battle where the top Jalens from around the world are invited to find out who is the best in straight oratorial combat. The only way to get into the summit is through a special invite. Regardless of how well you place at the summit, just the act of receiving an invite is considered a prestigious honor. The worldwide Jalen organization, the 16, keeps track of millions of world sages around Tycor. When the list goes out, the people listen. So after spending months powering through the tales, speeches, and recordings of current Jalen, the hot list is formed. The tournament is set. And we find ourselves on this private beach and heading towards the private beach here in Boogie Cove in the town of South Onyx to witness the awesome battle between these 4 Jalens. Owned by the reclusive Grandmaster Jalen Flash, it serves as a gorgeous backdrop for this lyrical tournament. And how are you 4 getting to the island?
Now, go for it.
Well, I was just gonna say, Krim, he's a very humble dude. He's just gonna take a rowboat, the manual labor of just getting there. It's calming and it's getting him in the right mindset. Physical activity, sharpen the brain, that kind of deal. He's just, the whole time he's doing it, he's just bobbing his head back and forth, practicing different melodies, time signatures, and all that stuff.
On the complete opposite end of that spectrum is the far less humble and far more like, think like glam rocker in demeanor and dress. I imagine the company that MC Fire is representing here is kind of gone all out. They're going through some hard times right now, but trying to really pour it all into image. And so we've got kind of heading over on a boat that's got kind of customized, it's been painted with logos and everything. Really trying to make a grand entrance for their participation in this event. So lot of media frenzy, or at least trying to cultivate media frenzy on the entrance of MC Fire.
Yeah, Rogue has been here. He's he's ready. I think he caught a boat to South Onyx and has just been there for at least a week, hyping himself up, hyping up the summit, making sure people know his name because they're not going to forget it.
I think Jarrett quite literally just like hitched a ride on a fishing boat. And he is just like the whole time on the fishing boat, just like going through note cards of like, oh, these are good. Make sure you remember this, have these ready. And like at one point during the journey, I just imagined he's like at the edge of the boat and it jerks a little bit and he just drops the note cards over the edge. So he's kind of dealing with that when he arrives.
I know it's not what you meant, but when you said hitched a ride on a fishing boat, I imagined you like clinging to the side of it on the outside. No.
Yes.
No, not stowed away, just hitching a ride. And as you guys come up in your various ways, flying over or by boat or having been there a week past, you lay your eyes on Boogie Cove. Beyond beautiful, those are the words that everyone says when they see the gorgeous, secluded cove. The legendary Grandmaster Jalen Flash owns the entire cove and surrounding land. While most would retire to a remote isle beach, the Pioneer saw something else. A place of retreat not for them, but for the Jalens as a whole. And this is where the best in the world would come to show off. A neutral land to all, owned by a Jalen who understands them. And so the first Summit of Kings was born in his backyard. Now, as you guys are arriving, you're seeing just the hustle and bustle of getting ready for another summit. The stage is being erected, the speakers are being put up, the sound of just the banging and clanking and noise of putting together such a huge theater for thousands of people to appear at. And as you go past that into the city of South Onyx in your various ways, some directly by flight, some a little less indirectly by foot, you find yourself in the city of South Onyx, and you have the morning to yourself. Opening ceremonies will be just after lunch, with your final battles coming in the evening, of course, with all the lights and flair possible. So you find yourself in this small, bustling city, nestled between the cove and a small shelf cliff that separates the area from the main part of the isle. South Onyx started off as just a small refuge of people who came to the first summit and, well, never left. Attracted by the beauty and serenity of the area, they simply camped there, building a small network of shanties. And over the years, in the many Summit of Kings, the small city of South Onyx sustained itself through the tourism and various opportunities that spring up from one summit and the next. And you find yourself there with a thriving market. And what would you like to do?
So Krim is just gonna kind of walk around and see where the locals kind of gather for entertainment. That's not the Jalen's going at it.
Is anyone else exploring the town as well, or off doing other things?
Probably exploring the marketplace that you spoke of personally. I think that Fire has been like, not only is he here to represent and try and get in as many like tagged posts as possible, but there is, I think, My Miz Cuts is looking to franchise, like get their first location on this island, and we need to scout out for like, where do the people go? Like, where would be a good spot? Like, he's got kind of business type stuff to do here as well to try and get the brand expanding.
Perfect. Go ahead.
I think Jared is wants to take in the beauty of everything, but is freaking out, especially with the loss of his note cards. So he's like going. I think he's like going to the marketplace, just going like, "Does anyone have parchment? Any kind of parchment, please? I just need something to write on. I need it now." And if he finds it, he's just gonna like seclude himself for a bit and just write.
So, um, as you guys come into this market, most of you are going to recognize that there's the beach, of course, and all the individuals that are playing. You see the moms with the kids playing in the shallow water, and the dads helping build sand castles, and everyone else that's flocked to this beach. Right behind the beach, you, of course, have the biggest barbecue in the world, the best cookout you could find. And coming either to or from the beach, you see that there's people that have broken off and created their own little space with the perfect parquet floor for breakdancing. Roller skating has been set up in this beautiful weather. And of course, there's enough tables and chairs, drinks, and food to entertain all. Jarrett is absolutely able to find enough paper, parchment, quill, ink, pens to write down anything he needs, and enough alcohol to make sure that it ends up back on paper. And what is everyone else doing as they see this menagerie?
Just chilling, eating lunch. Not worried.
Trying to tell people that while all of this barbecue is quite great, like I'm not gonna downplay it, but if you get your picture taken with MC Fire with the if you tweet it at My Man's Cuts with the hashtag MC Fire, you can get a coupon sent to get yourself a free one back on the mainland. So just keep your mind open.
Grim is kind of, he's scouring the crowds, trying to get any information that he can about his opponents. He's in immediate research mode. When he's on stage, he's coming to kill him.
I don't think it'll be hard to see all of the like sparkly sequins of orange and white in like a long coat with like a putting on the Ritz style cane being twirled and all of that. So there's probably one person in particular who's like that one's got to go down.
I got you.
Sticking out a bit.
So yeah, he's just like taking notes and kind of trying to be a man amongst the people, like just fitting in with the locals, just how your mama doing, that kind of stuff. Just really blending in with everybody.
Absolutely. Is there any of this that you'd like to partake in?
He's gonna go. He's gonna check out the break dancers, and that's how he's gonna try and win his way with everybody. He's going to try a break dance. I don't know if he can, but we're about to find out.
I was gonna say I want to find out. Can you break dance?
Perfect. So where there's music, there's also dancing, always. And Jalens find themselves around the best of Tykor's music. Between rounds, dancers, amateur and renowned, flood the stage showing off their moves. At night, you can always find some of the specialized dancers nicknamed breakers, doing flips and gliding around the outer grounds of the summit. So this is one of the daytime setups. What would we go ahead and label breakdancing as? Let's see.
I'm taking a look. I can make the argument for aura and performance.
I was gonna say, like, I don't have the full list of skills, but that certainly stands out as like you are literally performing and trying to like use that aura to try and like it's more about that necessarily than your dexterity and putting on a show.
Yeah, absolutely. So go ahead. So
My
you've got your
aura
talent
is
dice
3.
from your aura.
Mhm.
And then you get to upgrade those talent dice into knack for performance. So go ahead and upgrade those dice to D12s.
So just so you know, my aura is 3 and my
Mhm.
performance is 3. So that means all 3 of them are D12s.
That means they all upgrade to D12s.
Oh snap! I think I can break dance, yo.
And go ahead and roll me 1d6 with those. And then let's see. What numbers did you get on your 3 dice and your luck?
All right, so I got 8, 8, 8, and then a 3 for the other
8,
D6.
8, and a 3.
Yeah.
Holy moly. Okay, so you tell me, how difficult is this for your style and your skills? How difficult do you think this would be for you?
Well, a crim is actually a crumper. He's not a break dancer. So he's just trying to take the fundamentals of crumping and apply them how he sees the break dancers doing it. So it's a much more aggressive style of breaking. It's nowhere near as fluid, but I think that aggressiveness adds a unique little spark to it. I don't know if this role was a good one, so we'll see. We'll see how that goes out. But his breaking is very aggressive, not much in terms of acrobatics, but yeah.
Perfect. So go ahead and roll me 1d8 as a difficulty die with 1d6 as a complication die.
Oh, okay. I can do that. I rolled a 5 on the d6 and a 3 on the d8.
So 5 on the d6, and you said a 3 on the d8?
Yep.
Okay. Alrighty. So with your 3 8s and your 3, you have 7 successes. Because each 8 was a double success. Yeah.
Oh, god damn.
Yeah. This system. And then the 3 on your difficulty dice and you said it was a 5 on your complication die.
Yep.
Were 2 failures. So you're down to 5 successes that you can use as you'd like. So overwhelming success is where we're at here.
Yeah. So, and with those successes, what can I cash them in for?
So some of your techniques will have things that you can spend successes on.
Gotcha. Oh, so can I just hold on to them?
While you're in the marketplace, I'll let you do that.
Okay.
But normally it's wrapped up in whatever you're doing.
Gotcha. In that case, I will just... You know what? Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to use the successes to get the crowd real hype on me. And I'm just trying to get them to kind of, start a crim chant. So that, maybe I've got a leg up coming into the competition. So I'm just like, that's right. A crim hollers. Holla at your boy. I'm gonna be at the Summit of Kings. Don't forget me. Like, they just hyping, like, just making sure everybody knows I'm that dude.
Perfect. So as you, as anyone who's paying attention to in the crowd witnesses this dramatic and overwhelming success of a crim joining in the breakdancing during his downtime, you're blown away. You knew that it was going to be a hyped battle of words, but you didn't realize that your opponents would be so talented for dancing as well. What else would you guys like to do?
I remember you talking about how you had really poor dice luck. I don't know. I'm waiting to see it here with all those successes.
Oh, I don't usually roll these dice. D8s and D12s. Well, D8s for my cleric, but anyway, sorry.
I mean, the D12s are just happy to be used at this point. So, otherwise,
Yeah.
if there's, go ahead.
Yeah, the main goal right now is just try and get as large of a flock at the barbecue as possible to come talk for a little bit, be able to represent, and then make sure they're going to be at the battle later, to know that I'm not just here to sell them burgers. I'm here to show them that like we're a company that obviously we're with the people. We've got skin in the game. We can rap as well, and I'll prove it to them later. Just not right now. I'm not ready to freestyle yet.
That's fair. Okay. Anything else Roga or Jarrett is doing after furiously scribbling? Boy howdy, it's been a week. But after getting your thoughts back on paper?
I was muted. So Jarrett, as hard as he tried, none of his stuff just seems to be as good as like what he originally had. Creative's curse, I guess. And he just gives up eventually, and he's just like, I'm gonna have to wing it. Like I'm fucked.
No.
And he just looks around and he's like, at this point he's been drinking a little bit, and Jarrett's a lightweight, so he's already a little bit tipsy. So he just like looks around and is just like, you know what? I'm gonna do something cool. I'm gonna be cool out there or whatever, and it's gonna be fine. And he decides to go over to the roller skating. No experience roller skating before. So
as you walk up to this roller skating rink, you can definitely tell that on the inside of this roller skating rink, you have your professionals. They are in those short shorts with their logo t-shirts, hair slicked back, make sure everything is, and they're just speeding their way around the middle. And as you come out to the edges, it goes from those that are professional to confident in that middle track, where they're not holding on to the wall anymore. And they're enjoying their time out to the kids with the parents with kids on the edges. The dad's trying to remember how to roller skate as they're keeping their 4-year-old from falling down. And to your left as you come in, there's a place where you can rent skates and join the skaters.
I will do that. I'm not going in the center or even the like next section. I'm gonna be on the wall, but I'm going to attempt.
Okay. Let's see. So this would be, what skills do you think you would use for this?
So I feel like because of his like current mental state and his current just like, there's honestly like I'm so fucked right now. I need to get something right.
Okay.
He would probably be very determined to try to do that. So I'm gonna try to say determination, performance.
Let's go for it. Which one's higher, your performance or your determination?
They're equal, actually.
Okay. Then as you use those, I think you'll have another set of 3d12s, or whatever that number is.
Yep.
I don't know.
It was 3.
Perfect. And then, so go ahead and roll those with a luck dice. So 1d6 for me.
Okay. Oh, it's something. So on the d12s, I got 2 3s and a 6. And then on the d6, I got a 1. So.
Okay. And then how difficult do you think this would be for him?
I really set myself up for this one. So like I said, Jarrett has like never roller skated before. He's ice skated like twice, but never roller skated.
Though you did say you were staying close to the wall, right?
I
So
am
at
hanging
least there's
onto the
that.
wall.
Yeah.
But
Then let's-
also he was drinking a little bit, so it's a little bit just like.
Okay, so then go ahead and just roll me. What do you think? 2 complication die to go with this, so 2d6s.
Okay.
Let's do that.
They're both 2s.
Okay, that's good. We can handle all of this. So with those 3s, you have 2 successes, and an advantage. Your luck die came out to do nothing, and you said they were both 2s on your complications die.
Mhm.
Those also do nothing. So you have 2 successes and an advantage. So I think you're good. You're able to get out there, holding the wall for a quick second, and do you have an idea on what advantage you'd like to have? Or I can make one up.
I have no idea. If you have one in mind, that would be awesome.
Perfect. And if any of this needs to be corrected, let me know. So as you lace up these skates, one of the professional looking skaters ends up coming over and sitting right next to you. And as she's watching you lace up your skates, she goes, "Oh, you don't want to do it that way. You'll lose a skate, break an ankle." And she says, "May I?"
Yes, please. I'm confusion. So
And she kneels down in front of you like she's done for her teammates a million times over, and reaches over and laces up your skates so that they are almost too tight, but still very comfortable, but secure to your feet. And she goes, "Hold on to the wall for a quick second, but I think you'll be fine." And with that confidence, you're able to get yourself out among the kids and the parents and quickly move yourself into that middle lane and let off some steam going around in a few circles. Not quite enough to make you dizzy, just enough to give you your confidence back.
But you've already won the real prize of the tournament, a friend. It's the best prize.
Let's see. What else would people like to do?
I want to know more about what Rogue is up to. I feel like we haven't seen enough of that yet.
Yeah, well, the super confident Roga is looking a little less so after a Crim just crump break danced the crowd into, I don't know what you could even call it. And so he just kind of slinks away, to be honest. He looks a little bit less sure of himself and like he's trying to just play it cool. Like, this breakdancing's lame. He's just going to go to the beach, grab a game of beach volleyball, blow off some steam before the rap battle.
Just playing some non-competitive volleyball, or are you looking to make an impression?
At this point, no, not looking to make an impression. He's
Looking to
he's
make
kinda
some
hyped.
money.
Oh yeah, he's hyped himself up over the last week or so, and now that he sees some of his competition, he's thinking maybe I'll just ride in on any of that hype from before instead of blowing it now.
Perfect. Perfect. So as you guys find yourself whittling away, the late morning, afternoon sets in. You keep yourselves hydrated, get yourselves some lunch as much as your nerves can handle, and head over to this main stage with back in Boogie Cove. And they've told you that the beginning of this opener, all of the Jalens are going to come up and do team battles. So you guys are going to have to break up into teams and of 2 on 2. So as As you're walking up, you're sizing up the other Jalens to, of course, decide who you're going to battle with and win the crowd over. And then after that, you'll have plenty of time to relax before the final battles tonight. Give me a quick second to catch back up with myself. Anything you guys want to do as you're walking up to this main stage?
Yeah, just like as we're all walking up and first time getting a look at all the competition, all in one area. We know we have to pick teams, right?
Yes.
All right. So Krim is just gonna be. Is just going to. I mean, he does that whole like move humbly thing until it's time for action, kind of bit. So he walks up quietly, then turns around and goes, "All right. So who's trying to win?"
Everybody
Brian.
here is here to win. Why else would you get up on that stage if you don't plan to take it all the way?
I ain't trying. Already winning.
Okay. What about you? And he's looking at Jarrett.
Jarrett like has not been making eye contact. His hands are shaking, and knowing that the statement was directed to him, he's just, I mean, maybe.
Damn. And he just keeps walking.
Crickets. Jarrett's our underdog who's going to make it an act 3.
I'm hoping he rolls nothing but like whatever a nat 20 is in this game from here on out.
Yeah.
The nat 20s in this game are 12s on your d12s. As those give you I have to find that page. Divinity. Yeah, you can get divinity in this game, so that's fun.
Okay.
I'm trying to pull it back up so I can read exactly what happens when you do that. Divine favor is what it is.
Okay.
So if you have a knack dice that rolls a d12, you can end up with divine favor. It's like super extra success. And if you do the same thing on a disaster die, you end up with a crisis.
Okay, I'm hoping Jared rolls nothing but divine favor from here on out. Like, it'd be
Just
so
every
dope.
die.
Just a quiet dude coming out with the sickest bars.
Everybody just walks away like, wow, I actually
Jeez, my bad.
Yeah. When that mouth opened, just angels sung.
Just the clouds part and God's face looks down and goes, "Get him!"
Light beam. If I recall correctly, divine favor, it said it's worth it's roughly getting 5 advantages in terms of like how much you get out of it.
Yeah, it's pretty spectacular. Yeah, no, it's good. That's probably a good equivalent. I think that's what. So if you guys want to know more about the system, you can go look on YouTube or on Swordsfall's channel. He walks you through the entire system over the course of 3 hours. It's amazing. So I believe that's what he said, is that it's 5 advantages.
Okay. So yeah, Akira's just walking to the destination, and we pick our teams, or do they do it for us?
If there are leftovers, they will push people together. But for the most part, the Jalens pick their own teams.
Gotcha.
I see chat has some ideas on team ups.
If anybody puts a let's see, what do we have? MC Fire's bragging swagger. All right, MC Bob, Or MC Fire? The crib's gonna be
One
like
and
that?
only.
All right, let's. I guess we're selling burgers or whatever. Let's go.
Nothing square but our patties.
Perfect. And Roga and Jarrett, are you okay with this as well? Perfect.
Yep.
So as you guys settle in, as you're not the first to show your skills on stage, a singular individual walks up on stage, and I think this is the music I want. And she walks up on stage, cracks her neck, and picks up the mic from the stand. And without even announcing herself, doing anything else, you can see her kind of sort out the rhymes in her head as she flexes her fingers, looks across the stage and across the crowd as they're settling in, and launches just into an opening line. She is able to mix her aura and performance as a Jalen to bring out the best opening line that you've seen. And the crowd immediately quiets down, sits down, shuts up, and is nothing but attentive. And as her bars come to a close, this is an example of an elite Jalen. The crowd immediately erupts into just the whoops and hollers and excitement that this whole surrounding brings. And you guys you see as the teams are brought on stage, nothing really compares to Ella King, who started this all off. But as they come through, it ends up being your turn. Which pair pulled the short straw?
Wanna roll for it, I guess?
Okay, each of you go ahead and roll me a d12.
Remember, you were like, "Hey, you got that luck back." I rolled
Got a
3.
12.
I rolled a 3 as well, so we're on the same page.
We're syncing up.
Which
Look
is,
at that.
yeah,
What happened?
right in sync.
I just blew my only divine favor.
What'd you get, Eli?
11.
11 and 12. So you guys get to choose. Do you want to go first or second? Second? That's okay.
I'm good with second if that's fine with you.
That's where we're going to go.
Great second.
Then as Roga and Jarrett kind of lock eyes with you there, Akrim and MC Fire, and they offer you the opportunity to get up on stage. How are you going to do this?
With absolute great bravado and spinning so that the sequins can really catch the light, and a deep bow to the crowd, and one of these, and makes doing the full-on wrestler entrance, really make sure there's enough energy before even getting started.
And the crowd, of course, feeds right into that and hypes you back up as they get louder and louder and louder as you guys get up on stage.
All right. Yeah, we get on stage. Let's go.
Okay, so you guys are being cooperative right now, so you're playing off each other. So, and if any of your talents are passive, you can share, or techniques are passive, you can share them between each other and give each other luck, etc. Go from there. See if we can find you better music.
I think Fire is gonna hope that you start while he's goes a little bit more towards the back of the stage to try and very covertly sneak the earpiece into his ear so that the lines he's being fed nobody notices.
Oh my god! Okay.
There's people backstage that are just going as quickly as possible, trying to make sure he's got something ready to go.
Okay. Perfect. So, who would like to roll for the opener?
I guess that'll be me.
Okay. So, what are you going to use as your opener to?
We're going. We're going on aura performance again.
Perfect. Go ahead. Upgrade your dice as you need to.
3d12.
Gotcha. And go ahead and add me 1 luck. And then, how difficult do you think this is?
This is what a crib does. Like it's like this is what he's built for.
Gotcha.
So like I mean I'd give myself 1 or however many you feel, but I'm like this is what he's this is
what you're good at.
Yeah.
Perfect. Since the pressure's not on yet, we'll say there's no difficulty guy. Go ahead and add.
Well, actually, hold on. This is gonna be difficult because I love MC Fire, but like the sequence there is so not his style.
It's a distraction.
Like, it's just like, okay, how am I gonna spit the hottest bars with Rattle Battle behind me?
Got it.
So yeah, we can amp up that difficulty.
Gotcha. So let's do 1 difficulty die and 1 complication die again.
Okay.
See what happens.
So that's a D8 and a D6.
Yes, sir.
Alright, so I'm gonna do my performance first.
Perfect.
Ooh, that's not great. That is a 10, a 2, a 3, and a 1 on the luck dice.
A 3 and then a 1 on your luck.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So that puts you at 2 advantages and 1 success.
Mhm.
And no luck or unluck at this point. So just
Okay.
2 advantages and 1 success.
And now I'm gonna roll the complication in the other one.
Yeah, so 1 difficulty D8 and 1 complication die.
Alright, there's a 2 on the D8 and a 4 on the D6, so I'm guessing this is not good.
So the 2 on the difficulty die does nothing.
Oh, yay! What's up?
So as much as you gave that side eye to NC Fire as he tried to amp himself up in potentially distracting you, it did not add to your difficulty. It did give you 1 disadvantage, so now you're down to 1 advantage and 1 success. So you are able to successfully put in an opener and start this stage as the crowd begins to go wild. And
with,
you,
I'm reading here, it says, for opening line, if successful, the Jalen can immediately add a cipher.
that is correct. Do you have any ciphers that go with openers that you can use your advantage or success on?
I have a bold cipher.
Bold cipher. Let me pull that up. So, that's part of transitions.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Sorry.
That's okay.
Force. Okay, I think all mine are transitions, so never mind.
Add a
I thought
cipher.
that's how transitions got you. I might be a little confused on them.
Yeah, I think all the ciphers
think
I'm
you're right.
seeing are transitions.
Yep, that's exactly how it works, and I read it wrong. Go for it.
Alright, so I'm going to use a bold cipher to kind of keep going with the theme with him. So I get that mechanic at 1 advantage per level of bold cipher if open line is successful.
Nice. And how many levels of bold cipher do you have?
Oh, I have 2 levels of bold cipher.
Perfect. So now you have 1 success and 3 advantages.
Okay.
So with your 3 advantages, well, let's go ahead and give you some options here. You don't necessarily have any targets to get motivation from, but you could give extra luck or find out for later a strength or a fear of MC Fire or any other target that you'd like.
I want to know a fear from Roga.
Okay, so as you spit your lines into the crowd, you lock eyes with Roga. And with your extra advantages, Roga, what would be something that you would share from that? A fear or weakness?
Yeah, you would get the impression somehow with your power of the word that Roga is superstitious.
Okay.
Gotcha.
So as you lock eyes with Roga, you come to a kind of a light bulb moment that Roga is superstitious. And you're able to successfully transition out of your opening line.
I'm imagining that as like when we were walking on stage, you saw him like almost walk underneath a ladder or something and then like pull up short and go around it or something like that.
Yep.
And then would MC Fire like to take over the finisher here? So we've got one success so far. So just hold on to that, Akrim, that you've got one success.
Now, as just a quick rules question, I know for finishers tend to cost like advantage. Am I using the advantages our team has stocked up? Like that's communal, or do I have to get them myself?
So because you guys are a team, we can have them be communal. We'll roll for that for now. And this is more in the idea that Akrim has set you up for success. Now you just have to, as part of whatever your performance is, close that out, and we're going to technically call it a finisher so that you can use those techniques.
Cool. And we have, as I recall, like one advantage has been used, so we've got two left.
He used two to get.
Oh, he used two.
Yeah.
So we've got one left.
One advantage and one success for the team so far.
Okay. I don't have, none of my finishers will cost that little.
But you don't use the finishers until you roll for your performance, right? So go ahead. How would you like to close this out as you guys are going back and forth? Are you going to use aura performance? Do you
that definitely seems more his style to, you know, it's all about the aura and more bravado than really anything beyond that. So sure. Aura performance sounds about right.
Yeah. Unless this is your first time on stage and you're trying to give yourself determination or you're trying to throw someone off their game, you could do cunning. Really up to you.
Yeah, I think I'll stick with aura in this case.
Perfect.
I think there's enough. Like it's probably first time on stage, but because of the kind of leaning into, there's an earpiece there. Like that's kind of given the confidence to shake off a little bit of that. Like, oh my god, it's the first time. Like I've got a safety net. So my aura is 4, and which is higher between aura and what? Determination?
Performance.
They're both 4s. So it's just gonna be.
You got 40 12s.
Yeah.
You've got your 1 luck dice. How difficult do you feel this is going to be? You got your safety net.
Yeah. Yeah, I've got the safety net. What are some of the previous ones we've had difficulty-wise? Just trying to make sure to get a good kind of bar for how we've been placing things.
I'm kind of leaving it up to you guys on how difficult these things are, because if you feel like this is going to be a cakewalk, we'll just put in 1 complication die to give us that little bit of mystery. If the nerves are really bad for you and your character, it could be a 2 difficulty.
Let's go 2 just to make
Okay.
sure that there's enough in there. Like, sure, there's a safety net, but there's still always the chance that it'll stand out or just the technical glitches or who knows. So
Yeah,
we'll go with
then
2
go
of
ahead.
those.
Let's do 2d8s and 1d6.
Okay.
So you've got your 4d12s and 1d6. What are those?
Yeah. Okay, so starting off, the 4d12s are 11, 2, 6, and 3. So it looks like 2 advantages, a success, another advantage, so 3 advantages and success, 3 advantages and 2 successes on the d12s.
Okay. You're keeping track of those?
Sure.
Perfect.
3
And what was your
advantage,
d6?
2 success. All right, let's find out. Uh-oh. This is a this is a d6 of complication, right?
I know this is your luck dice.
Oh, thank God. It was a
So
6.
you've got
two more advantages.
advantages.
So
Yep.
up to 5 advantages and 2 successes. And then
Okay.
you said 2 difficulty dice?
Yep, let's do 2 d8s and a d6.
Okay. All right. For the difficulty dice, we have
4 and 5. So one
One of 'em-
disadvantage
yeah, and 1
and
failure
one
with disadvantage.
failure with disadvantage. So take away 2 advantages and 1 success.
Okay. And
then go ahead and roll me your d6.
Okay. Finally, another
Um,
failure.
So take away a second success.
So after all of that, it's 3 advantages and no more successes.
Okay. So with those advantages, did you want to use them to add luck to your next roll in your individual battles, or also find out a strength or fear of one of your opposing Jalens, or
Let's bank up some luck. I feel like right now I've got the ability to kind of lean on there being a team, but later it's gonna be all alone. So,
okay, then go ahead and add just a luck dice that you'll use on your very next roll, whatever that looks like.
Okay.
Okay, you've just got a d6. So
Sure.
as Akrim had set you up for the absolute success of winning the crowd over with his 1 success total and being able to learn what he can, you come in with not quite as strong of a finisher, but with those advantages, did you want to use any of your techniques?
The only one that I could afford right now would be a little bit useless, so I'm not going to bother with that at the moment. It's
Okay.
about regaining ether. But yeah, I think the reason it doesn't go over as well is just it's not really all that much of a finisher, and it just wasn't that exciting, if I may. Fire's here, lighting up the passionate crowd. I'm a swagger here and stagger here and spit it out loud. Like a phoenix from the ashes, I'm a burn real bright. Slinging rhymes and sticking flows all day and night. And then it's just like, yeah, okay, but what of it?
That's awesome. That's awesome. Someone needs to clip that for posterity. That's amazing. The first rapping of the night all. So despite that falling a little flat on the crowd, when you throw your hands up at the end of it, they still 100% are with you. They are loud and they are fueling your confidence. And you guys come off the stage with 1 total success, and that'll tell you who has more crowd points at the end of this. So as they come off the stage with bringing the crowd up even further than it was before, Jarrett and Roga, you take the stage.
That we do, I guess.
Well, I mean, you could run away. That is an absolutely possibility.
Just hold
definitely
L2 and
thinks about
R2
it.
and
But
I was like, the boat hasn't left yet.
that's right. Gotcha. So what would you guys like to do?
I mean, Roga could tell. I don't think I need to roll to see that you're a bit nervous, Jarrett. So he could open.
Okay. So go ahead here. Which stats are we going to use to roll to open?
It seems aura and performance make the most sense to me.
Go for it.
That would be, I have 3 d12s and a d8.
Okay. And then go ahead and roll me 1 luck dice with that, so 1d6.
Convinced. Oh boy. 2, 3, and 4 on my d12. That's not bad, actually. And 1 on the d8 is nothing, and 1 on the d6 is nothing.
Gotcha. Okay.
3 successes and 1 advantage so far.
2, 3, and 4. 3 successes and 1 advantage. Yep. How difficult do you think this is going for Roga?
I think he is not used to doing tag team, so that is a little different for him. He's used to flying solo.
Okay. So maybe 1 difficulty, 1 complication as you feed a little bit off the nervousness of Jarrett.
Sure.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me 1d8, 1d6.
And 6 on the d8. Woof.
Okay.
And 3 on the d6. Delightful.
So what did you have? 3 successes and an advantage?
Yeah, not anymore.
And now we're down to 1 success.
And that's it. Right.
1 success.
Oh no.
And
1
and you're.
Oh yeah.
Do you have one? So that was 6 failure with disadvantage. So 1.
I think just a success is where I'm left.
Okay, perfect. Then you have 1 success. So as you guys come up on stage and throw out your opening lines as a team here, that nervousness kind of feeds off of each other, and being a little more empathic, you stumble, but you're still able, the crowd is going wild, and you've still set Jared up for a good ability to finish here. So.
And so since I had 1 success, that means I can also go into Cypher, is that right?
Do you have opening line technique?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you do? Then absolutely. If you have any
Yeah.
ciphers that you would like to add, you are welcome to do that.
So he is going to throw an insulting cipher, and I have 2 ranks at that whack team that went before him.
Got it. Add 1 failure to an opponent per level of insulting cipher. So as a group, do you want to focus on 1 opponent, or since they were a team, 1 to each, since you have 2 levels?
Oh, we'll do 1 to each.
Okay. So as you finish out and transition to Jarrett, you throw the do you want it to be a dance move, a look? How do you intimidate them?
Oh, I've got a little second rap of the day, I guess, because I'm super confident in this.
Do it.
Yeah, Rogue is here with my man Jarrett Fell. We're the 2 best rappers, as if you couldn't tell. MC Fire and Hollas won't be earning any dollars. Nah, they're the wackest rap duo, and they also kind of smell.
That is fantastic. Thank you for bringing those guys. You're amazing.
Love the vibes here.
So, as that criticism is hurled out at you two, unfortunately, you lose your 1 success. It's a team.
My greatest treasure.
I know. All right, Jarrett, are you ready to take the stage?
Somewhat. So I think Jarrett like sort of sees his nervousness affecting Roga a little bit, and he's just like, okay, pull it together, pull yourself together. You got this. You're here for a reason. We gotta do this. Like, forget the rest of these people. Just do what you do. So he goes out on stage, sees the crowd, and gets a little bit nervous again, and he just like tries to push that out of his mind.
Mm-hmm. Awesome. So are you going to do aura performance as well?
Yeah, I'll go ahead and do that.
Okay.
Please don't hurt me. Dice.
Okay, and then go ahead and add a 1 luck die as well.
Oh, okay. So on the 12s, I got a 6, a 7, and a 10.
Nice.
And then on the luck die, I got a 4.
Okay, so that is 5 advantages for you. And then how difficult do you think this is?
He's definitely trying to push through the stage fright. So that's a challenge in and of itself. But I think that's pretty much the only thing that is the only other thing in his mind, because he's trying to block everything else out. So
Gotcha. So let's go ahead and just follow this trend. Do 1 difficulty D8 and 1 complication D6.
So that's an 8 on the D8.
Okay.
And then a 1 on the D6. So
Okay, so the D6 does nothing. And so you are at 5 advantages and 2 failures.
this is awesome. Yeah.
So let's go ahead and resolve what the advantages would be. So, or if you don't mind, I'll wrap them all together.
Yeah, that's really fine.
Okay.
Please wrap them.
Gotcha. Well, I'm not that funny. Here we are. So as you get up on stage and you see that that you guys are pretty much neck and neck with the first team that comes up, and you're able to lower their confidence a little bit. You leave yourself just a little bit off balance, and as you go to step down into one of your accentuating remarks, or not remarks, but accentuating words in this sick beat that you're putting down, you land on your foot wrong, and you do one of those tumbles on stage, but you are able to gracefully come back out of it. And as you're back on your feet with your final line, the crowd is still cheering your name, and is excited to see you tonight.
That's why you got to take the roller skates off before you get on stage.
Yeah, I thought about it, but
That's the gimmick.
Right. So surprisingly here, as you guys are brought back off the stage and the host is brought back out to release the crowd back to do what they need to do and clean up before tonight, you find yourselves in such a way that surprisingly you've basically balanced each other out. So with a disadvantage with a failure on each side, you guys have no extra bonuses as you go into tonight.
I guess it's all going to come down to those times.
Yeah.
I didn't fail. It's what a grimace.
We all just learned from our failures. #blessed.
My goodness. I could not have planned that, you guys, for you to completely perfectly balance yourselves out back to neutral with neither of you having any extra crowd points or whatever they're called.
I blame chat for this. Chat knew what they were doing.
That's right. That's right. So as you guys come off stage, you're able to center yourselves a little bit and explore town some more, take a rest, you know, get some water, make those vocal cords able to project tonight. Anything you're doing in your downtime. And of course, if you lost any, you guys would have, if you had lost any pride or ether, having used it up, you'll get that back between now and tonight.
I think it's just taking some opportunity to explore a little bit of the like nightlife around here. Do they? I assume they have some kind of clubs or bars or something to be able to make appearances in and sample the wares thereof, and maybe dip a little too much.
Yeah, absolutely. So there is a vibrant nightlife, bonfire on the beach, especially as all the kids are put to bed, with the older ones, of course, sneaking out to come watch the final Jalen battles. And you're able to enjoy and relax and refresh.
The only trouble is making sure that they have only the specific brands that we're partnered with, because I don't want to be photographed drinking from the wrong kind of beer or whatever.
Okay, perfect.
Crib is going to find the crowd again and start spitting about all the competitors before the actual match. to get the people on his side.
That's right. Use your best material now.
So are you doing this in the listening vicinity of everyone else, or just in the general crowd?
Yeah. Like he's doing this in front of as many people as possible.
Okay, so you're trying to give them disadvantages. Okay, go for it. Are you doing this vocally or by more breakdance or something else?
It's gonna be vocally. He's just like, now that I see what I'm up against, I can tell you all for sure that the king is here. Like he's doing a WWE promo. Like, there was one and he fell down on the fucking stage. Quite literally. There's another one selling burgers. Like he's going in. I've officially made a Crib the heel.
I don't know. I'll fight you for the heel position. Given coming in as basically like billionaire bot.
I look true. Oh my god, we were the bad guys.
Oh, no question.
So yeah, that's what he's just outside talking bad cash money shit. Like
and you're allowed to do that.
Okay. Do I need to roll anything?
So if you want to try and actually give disadvantage, or you have a technique that'll allow you to impart issues or learn more fears or strengths and weaknesses of your opponents, then yes, we can roll. If it's just flair and flavor,
it's just flair and flavor.
Perfect. You're able to successfully get the crowd on your side, and all you hear as you're walking away is a crim, Hollis. And so you've got half the crowd yelling a crim, with the other half yelling Hollis back and forth. So it's a very successful time for you. Even if the others weren't around, they can definitely hear the echoes from your little pod of the world there.
Well, if I'm hearing the echoes, I'm making sure to, like, if he's getting the love, then I need to capitalize on that and send out a tweet as fast as possible to remind everybody of, like, we were just partners on stage, so any love he gets, I get vicariously. So it's just tweeting out the picture we took together real quick with a hashtag, be like, let me capitalize on that.
It's like the one picture where he was kind of smiling at MC Fire. Like,
yeah, like, just got to find the closest one that looks like you weren't utterly disgusted and be like, that one works.
Perfect. Perfect. Nice. Anything that Rogan or Jarrett is doing, or are you guys ready to go into your one-on-ones?
I think it's just beatboxing a little bit, just kind of trying to keep in the zone and not let those clowns get to him.
That's right.
Just kind of bobbing.
Moving
like
your way
to
through the
think-
crowd. Yep. Go ahead.
I like to think that Jarrett has just been trying to like calm himself down and is like in a like private space and like just get all of the stage fright and everything out and just be like, you've done it once, you can do it again. Like you got this. You're here for a reason. And as soon as he comes out of that quiet space, he hears a Krim talking smack about him. He's just like, I'm just gonna go back in here till it's time. We're gonna seclude. Not gonna let any of this go on.
Oh my god, I'm like such a bully.
Why can't we be friends?
Oh no. Okay. So, as you guys are wrapping up your afternoons and coming back to await your turn on the stage, give me a quick second. We can go ahead and turn that nonsense off. And you hear the music here that gets everyone settled down and back in as they are starting up, and you see the host kind of moonwalk their way onto stage. Little older generation there pulls out some old moves, and kind of waves the crowd to attention as they come in, and announcer style, hey, you guys, how's everyone doing tonight? The crowd goes out. We've got our grand finals. They're grand finals. Go ahead and stand up, wave to the crowd. First up, we're gonna see Jarrett against Roga, followed by, yep, you guys picked this, followed by a Krim against MC Fire, and then whoever wins the most is gonna be our grand finalist for Wordsmith of the Year. And as that goes into it, let me get myself together here. The music breaks, slows back down as he invites Roga and Jarrett back to the stage. Help me in inviting Jarrett and Roga back to the stage, that they were once allies and now enemies. And then
Bully play, get to the bully thing. A Krim from the crowd is gonna go, don't forget a helmet. I'm so sorry.
Oh boy. So I'm checking two things here, and then we'll start some music. And so you guys are not together now, so if you have any passive talents, it won't help the other. But if you have a passive that gives disadvantage, that is a thing you can do.
I have a question, if I may ask.
Absolutely.
I have a passive called Stage Fright.
Okay.
I'm not fully certain on who it works against, because
it works against your opponent. So when you use the mournful cipher or the insulting cipher, the effects of that cipher last for the entire match on your opponent. So when you like insult them or when you hit them with that real shit, it lasts.
Yeah. So if you use that mournful or insulting cipher anytime during the battle, and you're the last one to use it, then you it'll last against your opponent. So let's say you lose to Roga, but you're the last one to use it. Roga will take that disadvantage to his the finals.
The opponent has to spend 3 advantages to get rid of it.
That is correct.
Got you.
Yeah. And we might take a short bio break. Is this about that time before we get into this?
All right.
All righty.
Got
So
no
you
problem
guys,
with that.
yeah, remember that you can go donate to Asada's daughters. Every bit and every dollar goes straight to them today. If you are in chat, whether you've donated or not, you can type !Jalen into the chat, and we'll put you into a giveaway for Summit of Kings, your very own version of it. If we manage to fill one of those bars, I will add in a second giveaway to that pile for a shirt from Here to Stay that's being sold through So Nerdware. Yes, yep. And we've got it, a prime example here in that gorgeous shirt. Just keep going at it, and we'll see you guys here in about 5 minutes, okay? Welcome back to the Community Theater's Summit of Kings. We are coming back with Jarrett and Roga facing off in a one-on-one battle. They are about to take the stage and show us who the better Jalen is. Take it away, guys. Take it away, guys.
Yeah, okay. I will try to go first.
Okay.
Jarrett is gonna go up on stage, and I think Jarrett's brain process at this point is like focusing on like the other people is like not helping him, and he just needs to like try to like focus in on himself and like try to like do something that doesn't have anything to do with like the opponents or anything.
Gotcha.
So he's gonna try to like sort of storytell a bit. So I think the role that I'm gonna try to go for is logic.
Okay.
With I guess performance again. Maybe.
Okay. Go ahead.
Okay. So logic is 4, so that's 48, and then performance is 3, so 3 of those are d12s. Is that correct?
Yes.
So on the D12s, I got 8, 10, and 11. On the D8, I got a 4, and then on the luck, I got a 2.
Okay. So that's 1, 2, 3. You said 8, 10, and 11. 1, 2, 5, 7. No, yeah. Oh boy. What did I do with my life? Yeah, 7 advantages and 2 successes. So keep track of that. And I think as we're ramping it up here, we'll go ahead and do this first one. 2 difficulty dice with 1 complication. So 2 d8s with a d6.
8 and a D6. Okay. On the D8s, 3 and a 5, and then a 1 on the D6.
Okay. So take away 2 successes and an advantage.
Okay.
And then you said a 6 on the d6.
A 1 on the D6, sorry.
Oh, nothing happened. So what are you left with?
6 advantages, no successes.
Okay. Anything you want to do with those advantages?
I'm going to. Sorry, I have to scroll to the table thing.
Okay.
Can I just go ahead and spend 2 and add a luck die to my next roll?
Yeah, go for it.
So that just puts me at 4 advantages, and I have an extra luck die.
Okay, so those advantages don't roll over. They can be used by, yeah. So if you want to do 2 luck die, go for it.
Yeah, I'm gonna do another 2 luck die.
Gotcha. Okay.
And then, so I'll do 2 luck die, and then I still have 2 advantages left. I'm gonna try to learn a strength of my opponent.
Okay. So, do you do that in any special way, or just?
So sort of as I'm going, I'm sort of looking at the expressions on Roga's face, and if there's any points where he like seems a little extra confident that he's gonna beat me at what I'm doing. I don't know.
Gotcha. So Roga, as he reaches out with his words and inspiration and a little bit of extra advantage, what is a fear that you have? You can share the same one or something different because it's someone else.
Fear? Okay, I thought he said strength for some reason.
Oh, did you say strength or fear?
It says strength. It's either or. I don't know. Do I have to choose?
Like.
I'll say strength to switch it up a little bit.
He did say strength. Now that we've got our telephone back.
So one of Roga's strengths is what's it called? Speed and flow. So
Perfect.
he's got, I know he's practiced enough times where he's really got things down to where I think in a similar way when Jarrett lost his notes earlier, that if Roga is dialed in, he's dialed in, but if he's not, then it might be hard to recover.
Gotcha. Perfect. Then that is what you learn about his strength, is that he can use more than one cipher at a time when given the opportunity. Go ahead and roll your rebuttal, Roga. Unless there's anything else you'd like to do, Jarrett.
That's it for me.
Also, chat is on fire. Jarrett fell on the stage.
Yup.
I did that without even noticing it. So here we go. Alrighty, Roga, you're up next.
All right. Yeah. So Roga is going to be all about aura and performance again. So I'll get those 3 D12s and a D8.
Okay. And go ahead and add in 1 luck.
Convinced. Oh my, that is a D12 on a 12 and a D12. I'm pumped about that.
Okay.
A 5.
This finally happens.
It finally happens, and a 9, and then a 3 on the D8 and 2 on the D6.
So 5, 9, and 12. What was that on the D8?
3
And the D6.
was also. Oh, that was a 2. Sorry.
Okay. So, success plus advantage. The 9 is 2 advantages. The 12 is divine favor, which we'll come back to. And let's see, the 3 gives you a second success, and then the 2 does nothing. So 2 successes, 3 advantages. That's where you're sitting at, Roga.
Which the 12 counts as a success too. Is that right?
So 3 successes, 3 advantage. Then you're right.
Awesome.
Because divine favor. This is the first time we've seen divine favor. When adding for damage, and so, alrighty.
So Roga gets up on stage after Jarrett and just lays down this gorgeous opener. He says, that's right, Takanda Roga here. They call me Roga for short. Rap's my whole life, son. It's not a hobby or sport. Yeah, I know you heard I'm young, heard I'm new on the scene. Don't you flip-flop on me, because I'm a hip-hop machine. I'm an all-star, Jalen. I'm ahead of the times. Money back, guaranteed. I drop the fat beats and rhyme. Shout out to the Emerald Nest. Makaru people I'm repping, bringing the power of the word. I know my rapping's a weapon. I got my eyes on the prize, and the summit's true king. Pay attention, all y'all might learn some new things. You acting like you impressing, but you're gonna end up confessing, because your high-class looks and your beats and your hooks can't compete with me. This is a real rap lesson.
God damn.
I'd be intimidated too. Oh man. Alrighty. So I think the original I'm blown away. We're just gonna sit with this for a second. It's fantastic.
Seriously, speaking of things that had better have been clipped.
I know. I think we can do this, right? Thank you for the extra bits, guys. It didn't let me clip that. All right. That's not fun. We'll figure that out later. That was amazing. Boy, howdy. I cannot come up with that. So I think what we did for, I've already forgotten what we did. It was 2 difficulty D8s and a D6, right? For you? Let's go ahead and add those in for you as well. So with your 3 successes, your 3 advantages, and your divine favor, go ahead and roll me those 2 difficulty dice in the complication.
Okay, 2d8 and a d6.
Mm-hmm.
2 and a 4 on the d8 and a 3 on the d6.
Okay.
Okay.
So you're down to 2 successes and 2 advantages, because that was a disadvantage from the d8s and a failure from the complication die. So you're down to 2 and 2, plus your divine favor. So with that, so this is how to go. All right. So as you're bringing those rhymes to the stage and blowing away the competition for a short minute, a power surge of electricity comes up, and the lights flare as a few pop out and give you your own fireworks. And Ferret's mic goes down, and he now has an extra complication. Is there anything else that you would like to see from your divine favor?
No, that's super cool.
Then at the end of all of this, as of right now, you have an extra crowd point. Please write that down because I will forget it. And with your 2 successes, do you want to do anything with your advantages or add any transition ciphers?
Yeah, I can do. What is it called? Sorry, the forceful cipher,
Okay.
which I only have 1 rank in, but that adds a success.
Okay. So that adds your success. So that gives you 4 successes, 2 advantages. Anything else you want to do at this point?
I think only 3 successes because I was
Oh,
at
is
3.
it
I went down 1,
3?
back up 1.
But
Um,
perfect. Then if we're 3, I stand corrected. Jarrett, you take 3 against your pride.
Yup.
So as you reach out with your perception and your insight, and you realize that Roga came with his A game, and the ebb and flow that you felt is his strength, he brings it and is Exhibit A. What would you guys like to do for your second round? So there's 5 of these back and forth.
Yeah.
So you can keep the same cadence as you did the first time. Jarrett can go first, Roga can go second, or Roga can try to capitalize on what you're at right now and go first this round.
Fine, I'll go first, or either way.
Okay, perfect. So
Um,
as you pick yourself back up.
Yup. 'Cause- oh Lord. So that really hurt, but Jarrett is just going to try to continue with the strategy that he had before.
Mhm.
Just like, don't focus in on Roga. You gotta try to just be good on your own and hope for the best. So yeah, I'm gonna go for the same roll.
Okay.
I have 2 more luck. So, oh Lord. There's a lot of dice. Okay.
Yeah, a whole handful of dice this time.
So, on the D12s, 3, a 10, and an 11. On the D8 is a 2. And then on the D6s, a 1, a 2, and a 5.
Okay, I think the 5 is the only one that does anything on that D6. So that puts you at. So the D8 was a 2 as well?
Mhm.
Okay. And then a 3 is a success. A 10 is 2 advantages. And an 11 is also 2 advantages. So you have 2 success and 5 advantages. Unless you feel like the difficulty has gone up or you've upgraded your difficulty to a disaster, I want to leave them at 2, and then you have an extra complication die. We can do 2 and 2, or you can do 1 disaster and 2 complication die, depending on how you feel your life on stage is right now.
I feel like right now he's about the same.
Okay.
Minus the extra complication. So.
Gotcha. So 2 D8s and 2 D6s.
Okay, so on the D8s, a 1 and a 6. On the D6s, a 1 and a 4.
And then a 1 and a 4. Okay. That leaves you with 1 success and 3 advantages.
Okay.
So what would you like to do? And I think at this point, if you have an opportunity to use any ciphers, you can do that. Techniques.
Jesus. I think I really need to try to use a cipher. So I think No, that's not my opening line, so I can't use that one.
It can be a new opener if you
Okay.
want to. Yep.
Yeah, I'll let that be a new opener.
Try and get your confidence back.
Yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and use Insulting Cipher.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just gonna read it and we're gonna see what happens.
Go for it.
So it just says, they're whack. Everyone knows they're whack, but sometimes you have to remind them. Add 1 failure to an opponent per level of Insulting Cipher if opening line is successful. Sorry, excuse me.
Gotcha. And how many levels do you have in Insulting Cipher?
2.
2. So you start your next part of this turn with 2 failures and 1 point taken off of your pride, Roga.
Oof.
Anything else you'd like to try to do, Jarrett?
So that plus my my passive of Stage Fright, I think, applies here.
It sure does. That's right.
So negative effects of Insulting Cipher will last for the duration of the battle, or he can shake it off by spending 3 advantage.
Mm-hmm. So for the duration of this particular battle, you start with 2 failures each time you roll.
Ouch. Did those 2 advantages from last round roll over?
I don't think so.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah, I think it would be too much to try and keep track of.
That makes sense.
Okay.
Ouch. So I'm starting at negative here.
It's okay.
It's painful.
You had 4 last turn, so we
Just
need to
get
make a
divine
comeback.
favor every time.
Oh, okay. I'll do that.
Simple.
Yeah, I'll just do that. I'm gonna roll 3 12s.
So as you give out that opening salvo, Jarrett stands back up and gives it right back to you. What are you doing?
Well, you can't take the heat. Yeah, the kitchen. Baroga can take the heat. So he is gonna stand up and he is going to lay down some rap right back at him.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's just sticking with aura and performance at this
Perfect.
point.
Go ahead and roll all of those dice.
Do we have any D6s to throw in there?
Yeah, so let's just assume that every time you guys roll, you'll have at least 1 luck die.
Okay.
And if you had 2 advantages from last time, go ahead and add a 2nd luck die if you want to, because you can do that.
Thank you kindly. Okay, here. Oh no, that is not a 12. On my D12s, I have a 1, a 2, and a 4.
Okay.
And then a 7 on the D8 is nice. I'm gonna be cashing those in shortly, and then a 2 and a 4 on the D6.
Okay. And then unless you think your difficulty is increased at all, just go ahead and roll me 2 D8s and a D6 complication.
All right.
And I'll try and tally everything else well.
I think that was 2 successes, 4 advantages, something like that.
I think so.
I think you're right.
And so now I got a 4 and a 5 on my D8s, both painful, super painful, and a 4 on the D6. Man, I really needed those advantages to shake that stage fright.
And a 4 on the D6. Okay, so you have 1 and minus your 2 failures, so you've got 1 failure and 1 advantage.
I started with 2 successes, I thought. So,
No, 2
because I already had the 2 failures at the beginning. Oh,
Yep.
man.
Yep. So we're down to 1 failure and 1 advantage. And I don't think failure does anything to you. It just means you don't hit.
Yeah, I try. Roga tries to rebut
It just couldn't live up to
Jarrett.
that opener. Like anything
No.
afterwards just seemed like a failure by comparison.
And that's the difference between preparing something ahead of time and freestyling for me.
Oh, thank God that wasn't freestyle from you.
No, I will admit that easily.
Perfect. So as you're reeling from that comeback from Jarrett, you just don't quite find your footing physically or verbally, and you start to flounder a little bit. And that concludes round 2. Round 3, who would like to go first?
I mean, Rogo would like to try and salvage this if he can. So
Okay, perfect. Then as you continue out of that flounder, you try to bring yourself back up. Go ahead and roll for me.
okay.
Are you doing the same thing?
I think at this point he might be a little more determination than aura, because
Okay.
I feel like the oomph of the aura is kind of wearing off a little bit for him. So he's really just trying to keep his head in the game. That ends up being so determination and performance is a little bit better for me. It's 4d12 instead of 3d12 and a d8.
Okay.
That is much better. I know for the d6. Okay. I did get another 12. Hallelujah.
Okay.
And then a 2, a 6, and a 7
2.
on the
6, and a 7.
d12s.
Okay.
And then a 2, a nothing on the d6.
And then nothing on the d6. Okay. So you've got 2 successes and 2 advantages, minus your initial 2 failures. So you're at 2 advantages. Now you do have divine favor. So that divine favor can come and the ability to shake off your stage fright, or shake off your stage fright, or somehow give you an ability to add in something else that helps out. Do you have any ideas?
I mean, shaking the stage fright is huge, so I think, yeah, he'll gladly take that. And
So, is one of those large beach balls is being passed around the crowd, and it reaches the stage. As you come out of your verse, you're able to give that beach ball an almighty whack back to the crowd, and keep it moving, and it gives you your mojo back, and you feel like you're moving towards a better headspace, and the next time around you're not going to start off with those 2 failures.
You were like able to perfectly hit it, like punctuate it on the beat, like just right in the flow.
Yeah. And then the negative dice, I don't think we rolled those yet.
no,
had-
not yet.
You had 2 advantages. Let's just keep it simple. 2 difficulty dice and a complication.
All right. Roll low. Nope. A 3 and a 4 on the d8s. Ouch. And a 3 on the d6. When it rains, it pours.
It sure does. So you weren't able to give any kickback to Jarrett more than just shaking off the funk that he threw your way. And unfortunately at this point, even though you were able to hit that ball back into the crowd, as that happened, you did overbalance a little bit and end up on your butt on stage. So
Of course you did.
charismatic, full of aura, but you're now sitting and have to stand back up.
I'm gonna do one of those cool spins where you tuck in your knees, like I planned it, but everybody knows I didn't.
Absolutely. With your divine favor, we'll let it happen. Is there anything else you can do with your turn?
No, without any successes, I'm stuck.
You're stuck. Then you pass it back over to Jarrett.
All right. Yeah, I'm sticking with the same technique because it's been doing good. So
Yeah.
I don't have the extra d6s this time, but I'm still gonna do good. I have faith in myself. It's all that matters. Not as good. So on the d12s, a 3, a 4, and a 10.
3,
On
4,
the d8
10.
is a 2, and then
Okay.
on the d6 is a 4.
Okay. Did you have any extra luck die from your advantages last turn?
Oh, I guess I had 3. I didn't spend them, so it's fine.
Did you want to add an extra luck die?
I can, yeah, if that's
Okay.
allowed. I would.
Yeah. None of us know what we're doing, so we're making this up on the fly. It's allowed today.
That extra luck die came up with 5.
Okay. So you have yourself 3 successes with 5 advantages. You're still doing pretty good. So unless you think difficulty has changed somehow, let's do our 2d8s and our d6.
Okay. 2d8 and a d6.
Because you feel pretty confident from last time. So if that went down at all, just let me know.
Totally just rolled 3d8 because I'm having a time. It's fine. Anywho, there it is. Oh god, that was bad.
Okay.
So on the d8, a 4 and an 8. And then a 4 on the d6.
Okay, so you've got 1 success and 3 advantages. And what would you like to do anything with your techniques?
I'm going to. No, I'm gonna just I'm sticking with what I'm doing. So I'm not gonna use any techniques.
Okay.
See.
So here, Roga, you are down 1 more pride. And I forgot to mention with your second divine intervention. Oh, I will figure out what that is. Divine favor. You have a second crowd point. Okay. And anything else you'd like to do with those advantages, Jarrett?
I'll just spend 2 and add a luck, and that'll be the end.
Okay, perfect. Then I think that's the end of round 3. And let's go into round 4. Who's going first?
Well, I didn't fail. Well, I didn't succeed. I shook off the stage fright. So
You sure did.
So I'll take that as its own success and try to keep my mojo moving.
Perfect.
So going back into aura and performance,
Okay,
even though it's taking one of those d12s down to a d8, I just feel like that's where Rogue is at.
perfect.
And we'll see if the dice agree. Well, no 12s, but an 8, a 10, and an 11. It's pretty cool on those
Okay.
d12s. 5 on the d8, and a nothing again on the d6. That d6 has been retired for the day because I've been using the same one like a fool.
Hey, that's superstition. It comes in to get you.
Mhm.
All right. So that puts you at 3 successes and 5 advantages. Go ahead and roll your 2d8 and d6 complications.
All right. Need to keep that d6 around for complications.
There you go.
Nice. Okay, so 3 and a 7 on the d8s. Oof. Keeping it around with smart though. Got a 2 on the d6.
Hey, there you go. All right, so you got 2 successes and 3 advantages. I hope you guys appreciate my finger system here. It's working real great.
It's helping me.
We work
Yeah.
with what we've got.
So we've got 2
Yeah.
successes and 3 advantages. What are you doing with those?
That is an excellent question. He says, stalling for time. I don't think I have anything super cool I could do.
I mean,
Yeah, I
that's all
can.
super cool.
With my 3, I could spend those 3 advantages on the hook. Although that's kind of, I guess that's a finisher, so I don't know if I can do that yet.
Sure. What does it do? The hardest hitting move a Jalen can deliver. Every story has its peak, and for a wordsmith, it's always gonna be the hook. And what rank do you have it at?
I have 2, which, if he doesn't have any armor rating, I don't know that it really matters too much. Having more than 1 rank, but I like doubling my successes.
Yeah. So, you've got. Were you at 2 successes? I
Yes.
moved my hand. 2 successes, so that puts you at 4 successes. And then I think that's what you take to your pride, Jarrett. Where are you at?
-1.
Oh,
Oh,
no.
Finisher
So-
indeed.
Yeah, with that hook. Would you like to describe it, or do you want me to?
Yeah, okay. His last name was Fell and his first name was Jarrett. Well, the best man sure looked like he wins. Yeah, I swear it. The turntable turns, it turns, and it spins. It looks like the best man's Roga. He wins.
There you go with that mic drop. And with that, it took 4 rounds to get here. But Jarrett is pushed off stage by just the ego of Roga and his ability to drop these words. Yeah. So as that first battle comes to a close, the host comes back out. Ooh, and with those big words, we are done with the first battle of our grand finals. Because I imagine this person as being a soccer announcer. I don't know why. Here we are.
I'm gonna
And-
introduce you to Smack RL after this. Smack URL, yeah.
And now we need to bring up our second set. Please welcome to the stage Cream and MC Fire. Crowd goes wild as you guys come up. And now just remember, Roga, that you have those 2 crowd advantages, or the 2 crowd points, because those will come in at the very end of this. So that will be our tiebreaker if we need one for your second battle. Alrighty, so
Are they doing PH in chats like F's? I can't stand y'all. I'm sorry, keep going.
it's great.
I'm glad you said that because I was spending this whole. I'm stupid enough. I didn't get it. I was like PHP, and like the cogs kept turning, and you finally put it in. Now I get it. Thank you.
Yep.
Y'all are more clever than I am.
It's fantastic. Oh, poor Jarrett. I'm sorry.
Oh, Fox.
At least I didn't fall off again.
That's true. So as you guys come up on stage, the music changes. And you guys are allowed to start your battle. So who's going to start us off?
Sure, I'll get this going with a kind of
Okay.
like, strutting out towards the top of the stage, and like toss off the long coat to like turn around and reveal like there's kind of like LEDs on the back of the shirt that are like lighting up and just say MC Fire on the back, and rolling with it. I think it's fair to say that this will ultimately be a performance aura kind of role. As I started off, cut like a burger, juicy and hot. Coming up to battle all ready or not. I've got to show you what it's like to be king. MC Fire stepping tall, stepping in the ring.
Roll for it.
I will start my opener. As I recall correctly from last time, I think when it comes to persuasion, I've got just equal amounts, so it's just going to be 4d12s. As I recall, I had a luck die left over from using advantage in the last battle, and you said we all just have one right now in addition?
Yeah, so that's your d12s plus your 2d6.
Okay. So let's see. For d12s, we've got a 12, 2 7s, and a 9. Which, as I see, is Divine Favor, 2 advantages, and 2 successes. For luck dice, 2 4s, so that's 2 more advantages.
Okay.
What do we got difficulty-wise?
Okay, so I think we're going to stick, unless you tell me otherwise, 2d8s and a d6.
Okay. Seems fair to me. All right, on the D8 front, we've got a 5 and a 2, which is failure with disadvantage and nothing.
Mm-hmm.
And then the complication die, we've got a 6, so 1 more disadvantage on top of that.
Okay.
So what does that leave in the hands?
2 successes and 2 advantages.
And Divine Favor.
And 1 divine favor. That is right.
Okay, so 2 successes, 2 advantages. Love to roll that into. Let me take a look at what I've got here.
You were able to be successful, so if you have any ciphers, this is the time to use them.
Yeah, I think we're gonna go into. I feel like what I had there in the lyrics works well enough for making a boastful claim to go with a bold cipher. Which will add 1 advantage per level if the opening line was successful. So I have 2 ranks of that, so I guess that's 2 more advantage.
Okay.
God damn it, Vox Finado.
Uh-oh. What is she doing? My favor.
And if I am also allowed to... So on a successive opening line, I can add 1 cipher per level. So I've got opening line at 3.
Okay.
So why not add in another insulting cipher?
Okay.
Which will sound a little something like this. Look, we saw you boogie in and breaking on the floor, but rap's a game that asks for a little bit more. Can you keep the flow when it comes from the tongue? Or maybe your blood's just a little too young. That one will add 1 failure per level to the opponent. So I've got that at 2. So same thing, like 2 failures per level. And I also have that that same passive where it's going to last. It's going to give you stage fright until you remove it.
Do we all have stage fright?
You might.
Quite possibly.
Nice.
I basically just took one of the pre-gens and changed the name. So like this is just
Hey.
this is Ella King. I changed one thing because the stage fright on Ella King. The stage fright on Ella King only applies to moves that she doesn't have, so I changed out one of them so she at least had something it would apply to. But otherwise, just that. And I guess I'd love to find out one of your fears.
His fear is that someone will think that he's not authentic.
Got it.
Okay.
But I think I will roll with that.
Boy, howdy. So as you bring yourself and all of your personality out on stage, your earbud was working this time and you were able to put out every line perfectly as it was said to you. Akreem is going to go ahead and take 2 successes against your pride. And
okay, so I've been hit for 2.
You have. And as that divine favor, you'll be able to add in 2 extra luck die for every turn for the rest of this battle. And you now also have a point of crowd excitement, just like Roga has too.
These people have caught my flavor.
They sure have. All right, so with your beginning with 2 failures, how are you going to come back to this, Cream?
He's going to switch it up. Usually he does aura and performance, but this time he's doing logic and composure because he just got hit. So he's like, all right, let me show y'all what this is about. So
Absolutely.
That's 4 for logic and 4 for composure.
Okay.
Did I have anything left over from that last match? I don't recall.
I don't think so. I think it was just the 1 luck die.
Cool.
So you're 4 d12s with a d6.
Yep. And he lives for battle rap, so again, this is like kind of standard difficulty for him. But I don't know that last one, it was gnarly. So it's whatever you want to put it at.
Okay, so let's go ahead and roll our positive dice so I have some fingers to work with, and then we'll roll some negative dice.
Okay, so that's 2 8s, a 12, and a 6 for the d12s, and a 6 for the luck dice.
So let's go back to the d12. So 2 8s.
Mm-hmm.
What were the second 2 d12s?
A 12.
Okay.
And a 6 on the luck dice.
And then a 6 on the luck dice. There were 4 d12s, right?
2 8s, a 12, and 4 and a 6.
There we go. Okay. We'll get there. Alrighty, so you've negated, that was 6 successes total minus your 2 failures, puts you at 4 successes and 3 advantage. Go ahead and roll me 2 d8s and a d6 on the negative dice.
That's a 1 on the d8 and a 4 on the d6.
And a 4 on the d6. I'm in the second d8?
Oh, I did 2 d8, sorry.
Yep, that's okay.
And that's a 3 on the other d8.
Okay, so that puts you at 3 successes and 2 advantages. Anything you want to do with your advantages or any techniques you want to use?
I should use the techniques. So of course we're going to do opening line, which if successful, I can add a cipher, 1 cipher per level, and I have opening line level 2.
Mm-hmm.
How many advantages do I have?
2.
And how much does it take to shake off stage for 3? So
3.
I can't do that. So I'm going to give. Since we're sharing stage fright, I'm going to do a. Do I have? Yeah. Oh, I have. I only have the 1. So I'm going to do an insulting cipher. Which
The heels have to trade the insults.
I know, right? So in insulting cipher, add 1 failure to an opponent per level of insulting cipher if opening line is successful. My insulting cipher is 2.
Okay, so
Gotcha.
And
2
then
to overcover and come as well.
and then I'm going to do a bold cipher, which is add 1 advantage per level of bold cipher if opening line is successful.
Okay.
So, in my bold cipher is level 2.
Okay.
And I now think I have enough advantage to shake off stage fright.
You sure do.
So I'm gonna do that.
Okay. So we've got a few things here we got to wrap up. So you're going to take 3 of your advantages and shake off your stage fright.
Mhm.
You've got 1 advantage left.
Right.
You had divine favor on 1 of your d12s, right?
Yes.
Okay, so you have a point in crowd excitement, or I keep forgetting what it's called, but
Every time I look at chat, it's just
Crowd
Fox
support.
going.
There we go. Crowd support. So you shook off your stage fright. You have a point of crowd support. I'm trying to come up with another piece of divine favor for you, and then there's 3 successes against MC Fire's pride.
All right, and I guess
So
I
noted.
should rap something. Fuck. Okay. So he's just gonna go. This man is a walking advertisement. So I'm gonna wait 5 seconds and skip ad to get him enlightened. This is Tycor. This is Tycor. We mean what we're about. So everybody, let me know who you want to win. Say Creed, shout, like I don't know, fuck it. And then after that, with the insulting cipher, he's just gonna go. And you know what? I'm gonna stop the bars for a second. He's not with it. He's not with us. His cape is whack. His glasses are whack. His LED lights are whack. His shoes are whack. Me, I'm tight as fuck.
So as those insults come flying out, and your divine favor brings it back in, you give him those 2 failures at the beginning of the rest of his turn, and with stage fright, and gain yourself an extra success on your next turn. So. Was that just round 1, guys? Out of those
That
5?
was round 1.
Yeah.
Oh boy, howdy. Okay, round
Coming out
2.
with the
You sure are. Which
Well,
one of you's going first?
I've got to respond to that breakdown of just insults coming my way.
That's a lot of
can't
whack.
I can't let that fly. So let's see. Thin rhymes coming from a simple rapper. Thinks he's real smooth, but I'm looking dapper. As a crim tries sticking to his usual playbook, I'ma wait up here while they ready the crook. Now let's see. Mechanically, what should that be? I guess let's get those dice out there. I think in this case, similarly, like it's not just going to be about aura anymore, since that was a little bit more about like trying to see through and like capitalize on that fear. That sounds a little bit more like similarly like making a switch to actually either cunning or logic, since like it's trying to be a little bit underhanded about using like what's like gets to his core is the reason why it seems like cunning.
Go ahead and do cunning.
Alright, cool. What would you like that tied with for the kind of the secondary?
Let's take a look here.
Like we've certainly got like there's deception, though I don't think it's I'm not exactly trying to lie about something, but I know that's a cunning linked one. Street smarts, but that seems a bit of a stretch.
I mean, has your character ever needed street smarts in their life to survive something?
Nope, not at all.
Never mind.
Like,
okay.
Like I have street smarts because I copied the character, so like I have street smarts, but like no, that is not how I've gotten by at all.
So thematically, we compare it with survival.
Okay.
You gave out a really hard hit, and you got one back, and now you got to survive it.
Cool. So in that case, we've got cunning 4, but survival I just have the 1 rank in, so I guess 1 is a D12, the other 3 are D8s?
8s, that is correct.
Okay.
And then your 1 luck die.
Right. Okay, so 2 successes, a nothing, and success with advantage. So 3 successes, 1 advantage. 2 more successes on top of that. And
For your luck? Oh,
that was
gotcha.
the knack die. And then
Okay.
the luck die is success with advantage. So another 1 of each on top of that. And then I assumed same thing, like it's what, 2d8 and a d6 to go up against?
Yep, let's go ahead with that. Unless you feel like your difficulty's changed, we'll just keep it balanced.
Maybe,
with
Sure, maybe up it a little bit, just because like everything he said is so true. Like that got to the core of it right there. And I feel like as soon as the like core of that aura is broken by like just seeing through it, that could be a problem. So I could see that raising the difficulty a bit.
Gotcha. So do you think that that would change your 2 difficulty dice to 1 disaster dice or add a complication?
Let's get a disaster dice in there. I don't think we've seen
right.
one yet.
1d12, 1d6.
Okay. All right, the D12. Oh, it's a full-on 12, a crisis.
Oh no!
You got there, man. You got there. They saw it. And then the D6 is a disadvantage.
Okay. So we've got 4 successes, 1 advantage, and a crisis. Oh no.
I think clearly they saw it. They know the truth.
Oh my god.
Oh boy.
But let's see what I can do with the positive parts of this. You said 4 successes, 1 advantage? Is that what you said?
3 successes, 1 advantage,
3, okay.
is where you're at right now.
Okay.
Hang on.
Sure.
Oh boy. So things don't go wrong just in the moment, but perhaps in your life. The dish you thought was so witty falls flat and insults someone important, someone with power. So,
You ever spit bars so bad your wife leaves you? You spit bars so bad you got fired from your job. I'm sorry.
No.
Just the way they describe that, it's just like,
Yeah.
holy shit.
Those are whack bars.
They sure are. So you are unable to leave that stage fright behind. It has taken you to your core. And you are...
Fire's about to get canceled.
Oh no, that's not a thing.
MC fired. Nice.
MC fired. Oh no. Oh boy. All right, I have to leave chat. So you take your 3 successes and you're able to hit his pride for 3. But as you do that, as you are finishing these bars and the existential dread of not being authentic and just being blitzed up a little bit sets in, and you are the capitalism of it all has just set in, and you were depressed, and you get the added a complication die of depression every time you roll from here on out.
Too real.
I can change it.
No. I
Okay.
I don't mean that literally. You're fine.
Okay.
Like I both do and don't mean that literally. You're good.
Oh no, thank you for the 1,000 bits. Ah. Okay, sorry, I got distracted. Told you shouldn't have chat open. All right. Is there anything else that you would like to do with your turn? No? You're good?
Oh, I'm sorry. I think I got lost in chat too. What were you saying?
So I was asking MC Fire if there's anything else he's doing.
I just realized my mic was muted. I was saying, let's see if I can salvage this at least a little bit.
Okay.
I was getting ready to yell at Code Brute Crit, but then I just remembered that's you.
I think I gotta try and do a use one of those successes to be a make a bold cipher to try and regain some ground. I get the feeling that in the reality of this, like, it's just not the moment for it, but he's gonna try it anyway because it's the world it's the only world he knows, to try and be so boastful. Which would add 1 advantage per level, so 2 advantages back in. And
and you can give yourself a luck die at the end of that with those 2 advantages, unless you have something else in mind.
Yeah, let's just do that.
Okay. Perfect. So, um, as the fancy have fallen for a hot second, it comes back over to a cream. What are
Chat
you
must be
doing?
stopped. All right, no. I'm gonna go and use. I love them. I'm gonna use logic and composure again, just because,
Okay.
like, I can tell that I'm like getting at them, so I'm just gonna press it further. So that gives me I'm holding D8, so I can be grabbing D12s. D12s, and I think he said I get an extra luck thing.
Yep. Every time for the rest of this battle.
Okay, so that's 4D12 and 2D6.
Okay.
I'm feeling like some pressure is off. So this, I mean, again, that's up to you. But I'm like, I saw that flummox, and I'm like, oh, I'm about to eat.
That could be part of your divine favor. Why don't we drop out one of those difficulty dice? So it's just one difficulty, one complication.
Gotcha. All right, so we're gonna start with the D12s and the D6s. Okay, so that's not good.
Uh-oh.
Okay, so for the D12s, I have a 1,
Mm-hmm.
a 6, a 5, and a 7. And for the luck, I got one's a 6 and one's a 1.
Okay. So we are at 1 success and 5 advantages right now. Go ahead and roll your other 2 dice for me.
I rolled a 7 on the D8 and a 3 on the D6.
Okay, so no successes, but 3 advantages.
Okay, all right. Let's see. Can I? How many advantages do I have?
A 3.
And I can still do my ciphers and stuff, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Those are always whatever they cost.
Okay.
So if you have something that costs ether, you can use that at that point.
Alright. Cool. So I'm going to use. Let's do something different. I'm going to use the chopper. And it
Okay.
says add 1 success and 2 advantages for each round chopper is active. However, any opponent gains 1 success for any actions against the Jalen.
Okay.
I don't know
So-
what that means.
Got it. So,
I mean, I'll have +1 success to whatever I ordinarily have anytime you use it.
Gotcha.
yep.
But I
So
mean,
now
you get
you're-
that and then some, so mathematically it's still in your favor.
Okay. Well,
But-
I'm gonna go ahead.
Go
I'm
ahead.
sorry.
Nope, that's good.
Then I'm going to use sound effects, which says the Jalen can mimic the sound of anything that is capable of the human mouth. The difficulty is reduced by 1 for any Jalen technique used during it.
Okay. And you
Oh,
have
so
your
these are buffs. Okay, so these aren't ciphers. These are buffs. Sorry.
That's okay. You can still use them. If you want to use 5 ether to do both of them, you certainly can.
You know what? Let's do something different. Yeah, we'll do that.
Okay. I don't know how much ether you have.
I have 8 ether.
Perfect. Then
Fair to
you
say you can
are now
afford a
down
bit.
to 3.
Okay, cool. Also, that means I could. Okay, I think I'm getting this. And there's the ether cost right there. There's no ether cost for ciphers though, because you can just
Okay.
use them. All right, cool. I am going to use. So sorry, this is taking so long, y'all.
That's okay. New game.
I'm going to use another insulting cipher.
Okay.
Add 1 failure to an opponent per level of insulting cipher if the opening line was successful.
And it can
I'm-
stack as many times as you have ranks, I think.
Mm-hmm. Now is that the opening? Because is that the opening like the first opening line or the line for this round?
So I don't think we're in an opener, so I'm not sure that we can use Insulting Cipher at this point.
Okay. And that's cool. I will use Forceful Cipher instead. It says add 1 success per level of Forceful Cipher if opening line is successful, so I might not be able to use that either.
Okay. How many levels do you have in Forceful?
In Forceful, I have 1.
Okay. So then let's change what we're doing, because I think we've used the opening line ciphers on a whole bunch of other things. Even though we're not paying attention, I would say that at least for the funness of the one shot, that we won't stack Insulting Cipher.
Okay.
We still have it because it's from Stage Fright, right? So rather than having him start with a -4, we'll just leave him with his -1 or -2.
Okay, so I'm using Insulting Cipher?
So let's use Forceful Cipher because we're not going to stack Insulting.
Cool.
Sound good?
Yeah, rock and roll. And I guess what he's going to say for his rap is, MC Fire tried to tell you I'm not real. Then he tried to sell your ass a value bill. Look at his eyes. You can see how he feels. You know he sold his soul because I'm the real deal. I don't know. I'm
Perfect.
That's fantastic.
So that's all I can do, I think.
Yeah. So at the end of this turn, after using the tools in your box, you have 2 successes that you're going to put against his pride, and you have 3 advantages that you could add an extra luck dice. So you could end up with 3 luck dice next turn if you'd like to.
Hell yeah.
Alrighty.
And yes, that was feels with the PH, just for you, Box.
Yeah. Pride's getting a little low over here. You've clearly hurt my pride.
So I've lost track of where we are at. Is this round 3 and this was the beginning of round 3?
I think we just witnessed the end of round 2, waking the, I believe.
Okay. So you guys have both rolled twice so far?
Yes.
Gotcha. Alrighty. So now we're at the top of the 3rd. There's some baseball in here.
Act 3.
Yeah. Alrighty. So now that you guys have given back and forth these forceful and charismatic verses, we're back at the beginning of round 3. And who would like to go first?
This has not gone very well for me when I lead the charge. I'm gonna make you start us off this time.
I will start things off. The way I'm picturing it is he sees a little bit of hesitation and he presses. They're like, 5 minutes. Everybody gets 5 minutes. He's like, nah, fuck that, I'm going in. So he is going to do the logic. You know what? No. I can't tell you. It's aura and performance, so that's going to drop me from a 4d4 to 3d4.
Okay.
And then I'll take 3d6.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. So 12, 11, 5 for the d12s, and then 5, 2, 1 for the luck.
Okay. Got it. So I think that gives you a divine favor. So you get an extra crowd support point.
I love my d12s. They're coming through clutch for me.
Yep. And then you've got 3 successes and 4 advantages.
Okay.
What are we doing now?
Same thing, like another forceful.
Yeah, we can do that.
Oh, wait, hold on. I still have the chopper going, don't I?
You do? Oh boy, howdy. You sure do.
Yep.
So that's another success and
And
2
two
advantages.
advantages.
Okay,
And
I ran out of fingers for this.
someone get her more fingers.
Okay, so we're at 4 successes and 6 advantages. If you take 4 successes to your pride.
Oh, my pride is 2 right now.
Got it. So, are you using up any of these for any of your mechanics here, your technique?
Oh. Sorry. Read it. So finishers can only be done on the 5th round, right?
Well, you feel like this is a finisher right now.
On a meta level, you should feel like this is a finisher. This will finish.
After seeing what Rogan did, I'm gonna copy that and do a hook.
Okay. Yeah, so that doubles your successes, and gives 8 points of damage to MC Fire's pride, and with that divine favor, you take him out. How do you want to do this?
So like after seeing like the hesitate a little bit, he just goes, "Ain't got no time for no fry cook. Ain't got no time for no fry cook." And he's got the whole crowd doing it. Yes, that was me straight up stealing from 8 Mile. Ain't no such thing as halfway crip.
So, is there? Do you want to describe how you leave the stage, MC Fire, or you just?
I feel like he tries to get one more bar out, but starts just like stuttering and like not getting through it. Like just it all falls apart in that moment. And it's like, and then there's just like feedback in the air as they like cut it off, and they're not even trying to support me anymore. And I'm like, but you came to the battle with the and just like runs off stage, hanging his head in shame.
I love MC Fire.
Poor MC Fire. He needs a hug.
This was not his year. He came out too fresh. It's okay. MC Fire is no longer even really a person. He's just a corporate entity. He doesn't have real feelings.
Oh no. Oh no. Alrighty, so with that epic takedown that we have of MC Fire, he's run off back to his private jet or wherever he runs to. You're always welcome back to see the end of the show. There's a seat right next to Jarrett for you. And as, yeah, there's a lot of downtime in this game. Not entirely sure, but if I'm doing it wrong or what is happening here, but yeah, a lot of downtime in this game. And is there anything that you guys would like to do before the final round of the grand finale battle?
I mean, I guess a crib.
Reconsider my life choices.
I guess a crib would try and find Jarrett to be like, "Hey, I saw your match. You know, good shit, man."
Yeah, it was a match. Went about as well as I could have hoped, I guess.
I mean, it happens. You know, some of the kids, that's the best out here. We animals are trying to eat. So you got any dirt on Rogue?
Well, I know what makes him strong.
All right, high I share, low I don't, because I don't know how Jarrett I don't. I don't know. You saw I went down pretty easily up there, so just do your best. I don't know. He's pretty good.
Alright, yeah. hey, come again next year or whatever. You know, just keep hammering away with the pin. You got this, like that on my shoulder.
Fang, best of luck.
You're such an asshole. Okay. But yeah, that's all he was gonna do.
Jared's now man, I just put those two words together. That's the worst. Jared's now sad he joined us. So as you guys take a breather, as they have a bit of an intermission between the two battles, you guys are able to regain all of your pride and your ether. So
Awesome.
Not as easy as it sounds.
yeah. So yeah, so as you guys are doing that, they're getting ready for that third battle, and unless there's anything else that you'd like to do, we can go right into that.
Can I run for a bio?
Yeah, if we need to take a 5-minute break, let's go ahead and do another bio break here for us, okay? Get some water, check in with our players, and we'll be right back. Thank you for the bits. Don't forget to continue donating.
And
Stay tuned for the grand finale.
Alrighty, so we're just gonna go straight into it, folks. Give us some of this final battle. So as you guys are invited back on stage, as everyone settles back in, the announcer says that it's finale time, and we invite Roga and Cream. And who would have thought that in this overlay we ended up with the two
Oh my god, that's so
battling
perfect.
each other, and then the two in the middle going off on the end. Like, seriously.
oh my god, this is
Goodbye.
rigged.
Yeah. Oh no.
I
This
paid
is
good money
rigged
for
from the
this.
start.
Fox consulted the Void before she put this together.
Fixed with a PH.
So yes, this overlay is put together by Vox Fanato. So if you need to, shameless plug in the middle of our game, if you need art done or overlays, go bother her if she has commissions open. and she is amazing. So shameless plug in the middle of this. All of the overlays for all of Community Theater have come from Vox Fanato. She is.
Oh, really?
She can listen. Every single one of them. Yep, she's done an amazing job. And the art itself actually came from the artist from the Swordsfall books. I think I have them labeled somewhere. But if you go to our giveaway and you get one, you get the list of the artists and you can go commission stuff from them. They are also amazing. So Swordsfall. Oh no, thank God he's not here to defend himself. Oh boy.
He just keeps going.
Sure it does. Thankfully, the giveaway Jalen doesn't have any F's in it.
We can't say any more words with F in it.
Right? That's the disadvantage for this final round, is you got to avoid F's in anywhere in any of your words.
No, I don't think that's possible, but here we are. So yeah, his work is amazing. I'm sorry if it's crunchy from my end. I don't know what I'm doing. So please get this one shot. Go look at his art. He's got some tarot cards on the way that are absolutely beautiful. And there's my shameless plugs for all the things. So let's get back to more fun things. Akrim and Roga, you are coming back. Thank you. I appreciate this. Coming back to the stage here. So as we gear up for this entire danger storm, then what are you guys doing?
We're just gonna like do that battle rap, like kind of just swaying. We let my swagger take over and just stare at the competition.
Yeah, if there happened to be one of those like little ceiling punching bags backstage, I could just see him just kind of beating and bopping and kind of just trying to shake out some energy.
Okay, so the announcer, help me welcome back to the stage, Cream and Roga.
Come out to the stage and just like get way too close, like, what's up, how you doing? Like just tough guy swag.
One solitary boo.
And the host is going to point to you guys and walk off the stage.
All right, so you know what? Akrim is gonna go first. He's going to use aura and performance. He's going back to that.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the 3d12. I am going to act. I don't think I can do that right now. How many? I was gonna see if I can activate Chopper.
So Chopper was only part of the last battle. You can activate it on this turn.
Gotcha.
Because what does it require?
Chopper requires
2 ether.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so part of this turn, once we've figured out what you're doing, that's something that you can do. Absolutely. And then I think you have a luck die that you've added up.
I'm sorry. I'm trying not to look. All right, so how many luck die do I have?
Let's see. So you've got your permanent second luck die. And how many crowd support points do you both have right now? I think you're both at 2. But yeah, okay.
Oh my god, this is rigged.
Yeah. No, I'm not smart enough to pull this off if it was rigged. Alrighty, so go ahead and roll me some dice and tell me what's happening.
All right, cool. So I have the 2 luck dice. Just checking, right?
Yep.
Cool.
Yep,
All right, so it's
that is the
3d12 and 2d6.
Okay.
Ugh. That's not great. Okay, so for the d12s, I have a 2, and a 6. And for the luck die, I have a 2 and a 5.
Okay, so 3 successes and 2 advantages. And
D8 in the complication in the
okay. And then as you guys are settling into this, how difficult do you feel it is being on stage so far?
It's not being on stage that's difficult for him. It's not. He hasn't gone up against Ruby yet, and so he's just kind of feeling it out with the first round.
Got it. So let's go ahead and start with one of each for this round, and then depending on what happens, we'll adjust accordingly.
Oh, that's not good.
What'd you do?
I rolled a 6 on the D6 and a 5 on the D8.
And a 5 on the D8. So you still have 2 successes. So you could activate Chopper. And then since this is technically the opening line, this is where you do all of your opening ciphers.
Okay. So yeah, I've got Chopper going. And then I'm going to use a insulting cipher.
Okay.
Which adds 1 failure to an opponent per level of insulting cipher if opening line is successful.
Okay.
I have insulting cipher level 2.
Okay.
And I'm also going to use forceful cipher, which adds 1 success per level of forceful cipher if opening line is successful. So that's only going to be 1.
Okay. And then are you activating Chopper with 2 ether?
Yep.
Okay, so it adds 1 success and 2 advantages for each round Chopper is activated. And then he will also get 1 success against you every turn.
Okay.
So we're at 4 successes and 2 advantages. Anything else you would like to do or buy with those?
No, but that's it. I do have stage fright as a passive, so that works. I know that works with insulting cipher. I just don't remember what it does. So there you go.
Stage fright makes insulting cipher happen every round until he dispels it. That's not the right word. Until he uses 3 advantages to get rid of it.
Shakes it off. Gotcha.
Yeah. Okay. So go ahead and take 4 to your pride there, Roga.
And did I hear right that he had 2 advantages?
He does have 2 advantages left at the end of this.
Because that allows me to seize.
What are you going to seize?
Pride before glory. It's not easy to repair one's pride, but for a Jalen, it's just part of life. I get to roll a d6 and regain that amount of pride. I only have 1 ring, so this is the only time I can do it, but...
Do it.
Final.
Nice.
Ooh, come on. Maybe a 4 would be nice. I got a 6.
Nice.
I mean, I can't have more, I'm guessing. No temporary pride points?
No. Not that I know of. Maybe they'll write that in. So as you seize your pride before his glory, you're able to negate all of the damage he did to you.
Ooh.
Yeesh.
And you start with 1 failure. What is your rebuttal?
Starting with 1 failure with a PH.
It is.
From my people in chat. So he shakes it off and he's in a rebuttal with I think aura and I think composure more than performance at this point.
Okay.
to show that he's not phased. I shook it right off. I'm going to roll these 3d12 and hope for 3 12s. Or 0. Hey, if I add 2 of these together, I got a 12. I got 2 3s and a 9, which is pretty hot.
2 3s and a 9. And
And
then
then
your
on-
1 luck die.
I just rolled a 6.
And you rolled another 6. Okay. And then are you okay still at 1 difficulty die with 1 complication die? Or do you feel like it's more difficult, less difficult?
I think I might be up to 2 difficulty dice
Okay.
and a complication. I feel like he got some breaks. I mean, 2 divine favors in the first round, but not anymore.
Okay. Go ahead and roll those then.
I remember which one of my d6s rolls poorly. Let's see if it keeps it up.
Perfect.
No. Oh, no. Okay.
No. What are we at?
2 4s on the d8s.
D6? 2 4s on the d8s?
And then a 5 on the d6. That hurts.
Okay. So that leaves you at 1 success and 2 advantages.
Okay.
Pro tip, the players are always going to be meaner to themselves than you could ever be. So that's where these advantages are.
Sure.
Yeah.
Question
you
for
always-
for exploits. It says cost is 3 enemy disadvantages. Like, what does that mean?
So that means that at the end of his turn, he has 3 disadvantages that he can't use on anything or has. You can reach out and exploit his disadvantage for your own gain.
Oh, okay, cool.
So just like he did with your 2 advantages that you didn't use for anything.
Okay,
And that's how he was able to roll the d6 and get his pride back.
gotcha. All right.
Yeah, so it's like a reaction in D&D. You can steal other people's stuff.
Okay,
Yeah,
I think I got this.
perfect.
Or the understanding of it.
Alrighty, so 1 success and 2 advantages. What are we doing?
So, of course, I was so excited to use a reaction that I forgot. I wanted to use my dramatic preamble as my opener, and it's a little late for that.
What does that do?
That is opening move for freestyling. It's a tier 2 opener. If successful, I would add 2 successes to my next opening line, and if I had at least 1 advantage, which I did, I'd get to use opening line only once per encounter.
Nice. It's exciting. Let's see, but you had your success, and we don't know how openers work, so we're using them all. Except we're not stacking Insulting Cipher, because I think that's too mean. So go ahead. What would you like to do with your dramatic preamble? You just read it.
Yeah.
So the next time we do an opening line, you'll add 2 successes automatically.
And
then
since
you
I
can use it
had
again.
an advantage, it sounds like I could jump into the opening line now.
And then that's using that tier 1 technique. You can add another cipher. I think.
So I don't add 2 successes now. I get them for my next
True.
preamble.
To
Okay.
the next opening line.
Yeah. Then for my cipher, I will. Yeah, I think forceful cipher is the thing that makes most sense. Give myself another success.
Okay. And is that your turn? So 2 successes, 2 advantages.
Yeah, that is going to be. I'll turn those 2 advantages into a luck.
Perfect. Then a cream, you take 2 successes against your pride. And that is the end of round 1, right? Yes, maybe.
I
think so. All right.
Yes, I believe so.
Oh, okay, so we could convert our advantages into luck die. I'm sorry, I missed.
That's okay. Yeah, so there's a tiny little chart somewhere in this book that says, as an example, you can
Okay.
spend 1 advantage to add a luck die to an ally's next roll, 2 advantages to figure out a strength, 2 advantages to add a luck die to your
So if
next
somebody, so if somebody ends their turn with advantages left over, that's when you can use them. That's when their opponent can use them as a reaction.
roll. Yeah.
Cool, gotcha.
Okay.
I'm in it.
Yeah. In it to win it. Alrighty. So as the round 1 comes to a close, round 2 opens back up. Which one of you would like to go first?
I'll go.
Okay.
All right. So now he's he felt like he got hit. So now he's going to kind of stop, gain his composure, and look at the situation and go, all right, let's get it. So we're gonna use logic and composure again. So that's
Okay.
gonna bring us to 4d12. I still have the 2d6 if I'm not mistaken, right?
I believe so.
Cool. Sorry, I'm trash at like learning new systems.
That's okay.
Alright.
We're here for it.
Ugh. And that's not awesome. It was
Okay.
one away from being awesome. Alright, so for the D12s, it's 11, 1, 11, 4. And for the D6, it's 4 and 1.
Okay. So there's more advantages than this hand can hold. I think there's 9
A
and
good
then
problem
2
to have.
successes. I think that's where you're at. So because you had
And-
2 11s,
Mhm.
you already had 2 advantages from Chopper, and then you had an extra advantage. So 6, 7, 8. You're at 8 advantages.
Okay. Is there a limit to how many I can turn into luck die?
Damn.
No, I don't
Okay.
think so.
Okay. In that case, I'm probably gonna burn them all so they don't get like. I don't want to provide defense.
Got
So-
it. So you can turn them into luck die. You could suss out more strengths, weaknesses, motivations. You could use them for. Hold on, this is the wrong page. I've got stuff everywhere. I think there's like buffs that use them. So verbal imprint, if you've got that one.
Yeah, it says that's a finisher though. That's the only reason I haven't used it.
Oh, got it.
I mean, if I can use it, I'd love to because that's sickening what it can do. That's
Yeah.
disgusting.
It sure is. So since you just did the opener, I think you guys can do a finisher this round.
Okay.
So if you dictate being the first person to go that this is a finisher, we can do that and then open it back up. So you're gonna do 8.
I'm gonna use just so everybody knows what verbal imprint is. Mechanic says if successful, the Jalen is able to give the target a 1-word command that must be obeyed. Each rank adds an additional word to the command. And I have I have verbal imprint level 3. So that means I can issue a 3-word command.
Use it wisely.
I mean, like, I'm not going to do it, but it's just the the power gamer in me is just like, you can just say, don't say words. Like, that's the end of the match.
Quit now.
Let me win. Like, but I'm not gonna.
Stop rapping forever.
Oh no.
Oh, I seem to remember Brandon saying something along the lines of it not being like
Well, I don't know. I'm just it's
something you'd be
crazy.
super against
Yeah.
your will.
Yeah, so this is kind of like it's a simple thing of you could force him to walk it off. You could say drop the mic, sit down. Things
Okay.
that would be immediate actions that he could take that aren't against his nature. So not to be dramatic, but kill me now. He can't do that
Okay.
if he's not a murderer.
I know what he would say to fit the flavor of this and not be an asshole.
Perfect.
Okay. And it is call me king. And then the other 4 points of advantage are gonna just be turned into luck points.
Okay, so you have 2 more luck dice, and
Yeah.
then 2 successes against Roga's Pride.
Mhm.
And is that your turn?
Yes. And sorry it took so long, y'all.
That's okay.
You had 9 advantages to work with. It's, yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes these are exciting. Oh, did we not roll any negative dice, or did we just get so excited about like 9 advantages?
Yeah, I think you said something like he needs 5 disaster dice.
Hold on. Let's roll these. Let's roll these bad boys.
Just 1d8, 1d6.
Ugh. That's a 4 and a 2. 2 on the D8 and a 4 on the D6.
Okay, so that's a disadvantage. So you can have 1 extra luck die.
Okay, cool. That works.
Okay.
Oh shoot. I gotta. Okay. Just because he can't use defense. This is clever. I see the point of this stuff. I should. There's something that costs 1 advantage. So I can take that advantage away. I'm so sorry.
So I don't think there's anything.
Yes, add luck die to an ally's next roll. Flirb. I don't have an ally.
Not
Keep burning
anymore.
them
You
bridges,
had
son.
one. You had an ally, and you had to throw him under the bus.
Can I give Jared an advantage die or a luck die?
You sure can.
You know what? I just wish him the best for whatever happens in life.
You blow him a kiss from stage.
You know what? I'll do it. Let's go.
Just working a quick shout out in your rap.
Okay.
That's it.
That's it. Perfect. Roga, you are up.
Okay, so to see if I was understanding right, we can both use finishers this round, or was it just
Yeah.
the
Nope.
Crim Doozy
This
first?
is now a finisher round. It has been declared, and this is where you're at.
All right. So Roga is gonna get up and say, "A Crim wants me to call him king, but I ain't gonna bow down and kiss his ring. I ain't scared. I ain't got stage fright, homie. I can keep rapping with you all night." And that is gonna be composure and aura.
Perfect.
And I had an extra luck from last
Did.
time. I'm not using the bad d6. So I'm rolling 3d12 and 2d6.
Okay.
Hallelujah. I got a 12.
Okay.
Needed that. And then a 2 and a 9.
2 and a
And then on
9.
the d6s, I got 2 2s, so nothing from my luck.
Okay. And then probably back down to 1 difficulty, 1 complication.
That sounds fair. Oof. 5 on the D6. It's playing me dirty. But only 1 on the D8, so that worked out.
Okay. Perfect. And then so
Nice.
you have another piece of crowd support, so I think you're up to 3. And you've got 2 successes.
Okay, and that included the
bit of
1
divine
failure I
favor.
started.
Yes.
Awesome. So 2 successes, and I had
And you have some divine favor.
no advantages that round. That's weird.
So
That's
you can
fine.
convert that divine favor into 5 advantages if you'd like.
Can I convert that divine favor to shake off stage fright again?
Yeah, and leave you with a couple advantages. We can do that.
Sure.
2
I'm
and 2.
convinced. Then yeah, I'll start off with another luck next round. Then with my 2 successes. No. Can I Control Z rewind my plan for all those advantages?
Yes.
Because it's a finisher round. So I can use 3 advantages to hook. And then I'll still use the 2 for the luck. So I still have stage fright, but I'm trying to work past it. That should turn my 2 successes into 4 before it, which is good to me.
It sure does. So how I imagine this happening is as Roga comes up, he steps up to your challenge of Call Me King. And as he ridiculously bows down, he comes back with a not today kind of attitude, and gives you 4 successes against your pride.
Ooh. I'm out.
You're out?
Really?
Finisher.
Did you recover between rounds?
Oh, we do that?
No, so from the battle earlier.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I'm still in.
I-
I'm sorry.
I was stunned.
So whatever, I think he hit you for 2 successes last time and then 4 this time. So it's like,
Oh no, then I am out. Yeah, that's 6.
Okay.
That's my pride is 6.
Got it.
So perfectly done.
I mean, it is recorded. The internet can tell us. So I don't
already
remember
know
if it
it's
was 1 or
rigged,
2
so.
successes last time.
This is rigged.
Yeah.
Justice for a crit. No, I'm kidding.
Oh, you know what? Yeah, because I had 2 successes on this next opening line for my dramatic preamble. Anyways,
Yes.
that would have been a hit for 8.
Yes, it would have. So he'd
4
be out
doubled.
anyway.
Oof.
So even though you had such a strong opener and gave out that stage fright that you thought would slow Roga down, it didn't, and he came back stronger than ever and brought your pride to 0.
Well, I have been failed with a PH.
And Jarrett has full rights to fail with a PH.
You guys pay me 25 cents every time you say it.
So that
Yes.
failure came as a basic 12, and made you alkaline. No, that was bad chemistry jokes. We're not going to touch that.
Oh, they've been doing that too.
Oh, have they?
Yeah.
Perfect. Then, so, do you guys want to explain how that comes to the close, or just the way I said it?
I mean, the thing with the crib is he's gonna like nod when he realizes he's been beat, kind of like show some love to Roga, and then head off stage and be like, "It's rigged." That's it.
So as Akreem takes his seat in the crowd and Roga is crowned the King Wordsmith of this year, The crowd absolutely goes wild, and but the graceful exits of the other three champions are noted. Anything else you guys would like to do at the end of this?
I think there's just that moment where when the people aren't getting back to fire anymore, he's kind of like he takes out the earpiece and like puts it on a counter and then looks around to see like maybe it's time to just take up a real life on this island, leave behind this corporate game.
Akrim is going to take a break from wordsmithing and begin his career as a professional crowd break dancer.
I'm here for it. And that is Summit of Kings, folks. So Roga is our champion. Next time I will play this in person, and I will have a little crown that I can give to somebody. And that was a lot of fun. It was absolutely a lot of fun. So, there's a dog in my house. But yeah, so thank you guys for coming out. As the sun has set and the wee hours of the morning come to a close, as the partying that seemingly never ends brings you back to all of you brings your pride back to where it should be, as you're all congratulated for being invited to this prestigious oh boy. I'm not entirely sure what's happening here, but there's now a crown. Oh no. Oh, this is crazy. But so as this party dies down and you're watching the sun slowly come up, you guys all feel the pride and joy of the words that you bring to the table every day, and the rap barding that you do. And you're all able to go off into the day with happy hearts and the pride of knowing a job well done.
Good game, y'all.
And then all the pets come back.
GG.
Yeah. So, and now, of course, for the rest of the day, we have to spell everything with a PH instead of an F.
Yeah.
And we have to pay Eli 25 cents every time we do it. So for every tweet that is intentionally spelled wrong the rest of the night,
I will hold you accountable. Check your DMs.
don't check your DMs. So
Made a real hit to our finances.
Yeah. So I think at some point here we need to pull a winner. If anyone entered our giveaway. Thank you so much, everyone, for the donations and the bits. You're all amazing. I am so glad to be able to bring you guys this series, and we're going to be continuing doing donations, I think, for a while. It might not be all to Asada's daughters, but we're going to keep an eye on what comes next. If you can donate another time, please do. If you can't, share their stuff, share their story. And of course, there is for any help that you want to add, please go to the Black Lives Matter movement and take a look at what you can do. Let me have my players tell you what they're doing out in the world, where you can find them, and how you can support them, because they're amazing. We can go backwards, and we can let Eli go first this time.
Okay. Hey guys, I'm Eli. You can find me at _reliable1 on Twitter and at reliable1 on Twitch. If you follow me in both of those places, you'll be pretty up to date on the stuff that I'm doing and the places I'm trying to support. Hopefully, I'm trying to get this together super last minute, but I am hopefully going to be doing a charity stream tomorrow on my channel. It's nothing huge. I'm just going to be doing Twitch Sings, and I'm going to have an option for you guys to donate So I'm trying to see if I can get all of that put together in one evening. But if you want more information on that, make sure you're following my Twitch and following my Twitter, because I'll be posting about it there. And you'll get the go live notification when I go live. This was super fun. I'm so glad that I got to not only play in this one shot for community theater, but also like assist in helping out with donations for Asada's daughters. So do what you can, follow where you can, and just cool.
Jeff?
Yeah, I'm Jeff on Twitter at Cold Brew Crit. I am a player in the on hiatus before it even got released Wayward Dice podcast, Pathfinder actual play. That will hopefully be resuming once things become more normal after we get used to the life of the pandemic. Good times. Most recently I was part of an audio drama on LCP D&D's Night Cleaner episodes, their most recent one, The Device. It's good times. And this was a ton of fun, out of my comfort zone. I never expected to win a rap battle in my life, but
Did it
I might end up on my resume.
I think you won both in and out of character.
I mean, that
Good
was pretty
times.
amazing for never thinking you were going to win a rap battle. That was awesome.
Thank you.
So happy. You guys all did amazing. And then was there anything else that you wanted to add, Jeff? Sorry, we cut you off.
No, that's it.
Okay. I think that moves us to Noir.
Hey, I'm Noir Enigma. You can find me everywhere as Noir Enigma, except Twitch, because Twitch hates me. So here I am, Noir Enigma 1. I'm trying to start streaming soon, so any follows on Twitch would be greatly appreciated. You can find me every Monday on Encounter RP as Dr. RPG. We take your questions. We take your D&D character. We take your RPG character questions. You deliver them in character, and we answer in character. Very much in the style of Dr. Ruth and Love Line and all those helpful shows. Every Wednesday, you can find me at Last HP Hero, where we're playing the Curse of Strahd game. Thursdays, you can catch me either on Valjaneth's channel, where we're playing a Pathfinder game, Lost Tales of Uzoya, or you can find me at Chromatic Chimera, where we're playing a new campaign, The Perilous Sun. June 12th, you'll find me over at M. Lady Silo's character. We're doing the Tea of Tabletop, where we have a bunch of DMs get together and discuss common issues that DMs come across. And last but not least, on Sundays, I'll be playing with Honey and Dice in a Curse of Cthulhu game, or Call of Cthulhu game. It's all in there somewhere. But that's me in a nutshell. Also, I have to follow Fox Fanato wherever she is. She's amazing.
She really
Seriously,
is.
that's been
True
earned.
story. True story. And that leaves us with Jay.
Yeah, so you can find me here on twitch.tv/midnightjester8. I'm actually primarily a music streamer. I do cello requests every Sunday night, 5 to 9 p.m. Pacific time. So that'll be including tomorrow. But more on the RPG side of it, I've got a regular Ironsworn stream. It's a game that can be run entirely without a GM or planning or anything. So we do that on Tuesdays, starting at 3 p.m. Pacific time for a couple of hours. And then if you want to catch up on the old episodes, I've got a link to my YouTube on my Twitch page. Those are the main things for me. You can, if you want, feel free to follow me on Twitter at J_Karish. I don't know how much you're really going to get out of it. It was more a thing I invented a long time ago, hence the boring name. But hey, any follows you give are still love, so thanks. And thanks so much for having me be part of this.
Oh, I'm the lucky one here. You guys ran with 99% of that. I could not have done it without you, obviously. And of course, you can find me at Know When You Know Backwards on pretty much anything, like Noir Enigma. I got really lucky, and pretty much everything had Know When You Know Backwards. Because no one spells things backwards except for Chase and I don't know what that says about us, but here we are. So you can find me here at Dice Priori. There's another like 6 weeks of these because I'm insane and that's what I signed up for. They're all going to be amazing. They go through a bunch of different systems. We're not doing any WotC content, just if it is D&D 5e, it's going to be small creator. So we do have Cats and Catacombs next week, made by Rush Charles. And then then I think after that it's Big Gay Road Trip, written by Rose Artemis for like a competition. And so it's completely combatless. And that'll be a lot of fun. But they're all up on our socials and our Discord. And they are available for you to sign up. So come join us. And then, of course, come find us during the week with our art streams and our, I think there's still Dragon Heisters content on Tuesday, our Ghost in the Machine on Wednesday. I think there's a Vampires coming up on a Thursday sometime in the future. And then more art when we can. And then this every Saturday. So we're busy bees. Go follow us all. We're all amazing. We love you. Anything else, guys? Oh, we have a giveaway. We should probably give another 2 seconds.
Yes.
!Jalen. We'll give you another 30 seconds here while we ramble about things to enter that giveaway. Oh, no. And there we are. And there it is now closed. Oh boy. And the winner is Miwa! Miwa!
Oh my god, this was rigged.
I know. So you guys are all amazing. Thank you for joining us tonight. Thank you for the bits. Thank you for the donations. We'll get those out to Asada's daughters ASAP. Congratulations, Miwa. You were a great player a couple of weeks ago, so I'm glad you were able to get this. And we should go raid somebody, folks. Who should we raid? Is Crowan still up? We can do that if he is up. And that's where we're going. So Crone is on our Friday nights. Oh, Friday nights is more D&D. So they're doing Big Boy Season, Storm King's Thunder. So he plays in that. We're going to go raid him. You guys have a beautiful evening. We loved you all, and thank you for coming out. We'll see you sometime soon.
Bye.